Is the music playing?
Not to me.
No, me either. I don't know why. Why is it not playing? Oh, there it goes. Wait. That's it.
10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself, the Ugandans, and come on. And that's my story.
Using mere words to describe the trash-talking radio show from 7 to whenever we get done is like using a screwdriver to cut roast beef. This is Lunavashon, the other half of the rock and wrestling connection. That's the trashy one and the loony one together forever.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ivan Koloff. I'm here to tell you about Mike talking trash. With the trash, 7 to 10. Tuesday nights, you got to listen in. It's the best around, the best in town. Alright, hey, this is the animal. One half of the world famous take in the road warriors. We're gonna do. If you know what's good for you, you'll listen to trash talking radio or else.
Everybody, you're watching Trash Talking Radio. This is Hulk Hogan. Hulk, what do you got to say about Trash Talking Radio?
Well, I gotta say that I just bought Trash Talking Radio. You're out of the picture, dude. This is my show, and you better watch, because what you gonna do when Hulk Hogan's brand new Trash Talking Radio runs wild on you?
It is times like these that the world needs heroes and entertainment, and with that I give you the greatest live talk show known to mankind. With inflation being at its highest points, we need someone to show us the ways of good taking on evil, and someone who has the heart of Snow White and the strength of Thor. He, along with his sidekicks Trash's mate, also known as Trish, Trash's babe, known as Ashley, they will fight crime and make the world right once again. Please welcome me in a round of applause for the vital idol class C Mike Trash. You may all be seated. Thank you.
Trash Talking Radio Tuesday night. It's the best night of the week, and I guess I got to turn our pictures on here. There we go. Hey, I hit the wrong. You know what I did was I played the wrong one again by accident, because I have a playlist set up to play, and I didn't change the playlist even though I did everything else right. So anyway, we're here once again in our illustrious, well, I'm in my illustrious studio, and you're in your illustrious studio. Hey, you look good today. I like the red.
Well, thank you. It's better than green.
Yes, green would be awful. We're playing on and off here by, I'm looking, we're back on Facebook partially, I think, and then I also think that we're back on Twitch, and we're also on YouTube. So now we got a whole bunch of places you can listen to us. But I believe the most stable one is probably still YouTube. But I'm still not sure about that. That might be right, and it may not be right. Guess we'll find out. And let's see here. I'm gonna see if I can make this thing. So I can do that here. Oh, that's cool. I can do that. Nice. So it's nice to know that we're able to play this stream in multiple places again, because we weren't able to do that for quite a while. And so it's nice to know that we're actually back in business. I don't know if It's hard to say, though. Do I need longer letters to see? Do I need longer letters to see? I don't know what that means. Larger letters. Oh, maybe, yes. Maybe, possibly. So, hopefully we can go back to being multiple places and all that fun stuff. But by the looks of things, we're back online anyway. Because it seemed like there were a couple months that we couldn't get on anywhere but YouTube. So, I mean, I don't care. I don't mind everybody going to YouTube because that just is one centralized place. But I want to attract some new fans, and that would be kind of cool. So, how was your weekend? Or how was your week? Or whatever, either. Since I talked to you last.
Week was good. My wife was gone. I was here all by myself with the dogs, so.
Oh, that's when you can get in trouble.
Yeah, the dogs turned me in too. They told Patty everything I did wrong.
Now, what's going on? Okay, it says that I don't even see a picture on YouTube or on Facebook. Now, why is that? Huh. So, is there a picture? Oh, wow. I wonder why there's... Huh. Maybe I'm still not on Facebook. Because by looks of things, it's not playing. Let me check here. Oh, no, it's there. Okay, so it's there. Well, that's weird, but it's not on the last place. Okay, all right, well, it's on. It sure is weird being... Okay. Anyway, so it's working. All right, so that's working, and let me triple check the Twitch. The Twitch is working too, so that's good. Somebody in there somebody said, we don't know much about them, but we're sure Trash Talking Radio Show is great. That's from Twitch. So there you go. Somebody's listening to us. Somebody's paying attention to us. So who knows? All right. I guess we'll get this show going here. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. Business. You know, since our business is news, and we know business is good because there's lots of news. Oh, man, if they didn't have any news, we'd be out of business. That's one thing. So this weekend...
we've got 2.5 years left of constant news.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, this weekend I had a chance to jam with Stoneface, which I haven't jammed with them for 2 months. And the songs we were doing, they were really... We were trying new songs because we're going to do this Battle of the Bands in October. I think October 5th or something like that, down in York. So we want to have good material, and we want to go out there and knock their socks off so that they don't know what hit them, because we're against all these bands that are really established. So it's kind of fun to go in there as the underdog and, you know, hey, there's Steve. I know a badass guitar player. Hey, fellows, I'm watching on Facebook. Yeah, I know, we finally got back on Facebook. I've been trying to be back on Facebook for months, and I just got it working today. So yeah, and Steve's my guitar player. So I was just saying, we had a lot of fun Sunday jamming out the new songs and having a good time, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's really exciting when you have new stuff to play and new stuff to learn, and some of the stuff is really cool because it's stuff that I already know part of. I mean, some of those songs I've grown up with, so it makes it really fun because I don't have to learn them. Just have to learn them with this new band, but hopefully they'll be good and with me and all that other stuff. And in fact, here are some of the songs that we're playing around with. It's kind of fun. We had this thing where we picked 10 songs and then we voted on. Well, we had a list of songs we were voting on. We were allowed to choose 10, and it went from 10 to like 20 something. But when it was all said and done, but tell me if you like any of these songs, Doug. Ain't Talking About Love.
Yes.
American Woman.
Yes.
It's a Long Way to the Top if you want to rock and roll.
Yeah.
That one I've never done before, but I'm looking forward to it. Living After Midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one you got to be sitting. You are sitting, but play that funky music.
No.
Rock and Roll All Night by Kiss.
Yeah.
Roller by April Wine.
Yeah.
School's
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah.
The Zoo.
Yeah.
I love the Zoo. I thought that's a great song. Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd.
Yes.
Okay, then we added They Call Me the Breeze.
Definitely.
I knew you'd like that one. Hell's Bells.
Yeah.
Girls Got Rhythm.
Yeah.
Whole
yeah.
lot of love.
Definitely.
Good Times, Bad Times.
Yeah.
How Many More Times?
Yeah.
Let's see. Simple Man.
Definitely. Simple Man.
Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Definitely.
Those were the ones we jammed out to this past weekend, and I'll tell you what, I had so much
That's
fun.
a good list. That's a really good list.
Yeah, I think so too. And
You could can Funky White Boy.
but you know what? I play that in the other band, and everyone gets up and dances like crazy over that song. And it's kind of stupid, but it's fun. I mean, I didn't used to like it, but I used to play with the drummer from that band. I used to play with Wild Cherry. I played with with his name's Gary Torquezo, also known as Race Car. He was not the original drummer, but he drummed for them for a while, and that was kind of cool because they were from Pittsburgh, and they're a good band. And actually, I like that song. I mean, I didn't want to admit it because it just is like, being a heavy rocker. It's not really the heaviest song, but it's actually a fun song. But I'm actually looking forward to doing those songs. And the School's Out is kind of interesting because I had watched an Alice Cooper concert on YouTube, and they did that song, and then at the end where they said "School's out for summer," and then he would sing, "We don't need no education, school's out forever." And then they go, they continue with the Pink Floyd song. And then at the end of that, they do Smells Like Teen Spirit after that. It was really good. It was funny watching Alice Cooper do Nirvana. So it was a cool song. We're also talking about maybe doing Lonely as the Night and Electric Eye. And if we do those two, that'll be kind of fun too, because those are both pretty cool songs that I don't think it's a lot of the things I like about these songs are I don't think everybody's doing them. Some of them everyone's doing, but for the most part, I don't think too many people are doing it. Yeah, Alice Cooper is coming to Hershey, and I'll tell you what, I saw Alice Cooper about 5 or 6 times, and I love Alice Cooper. It's not the greatest vocally, it's the great show though, and so I actually wouldn't mind. I would like to meet him. That's one of the guys that would be really cool to meet. So, we'll see what happens.
His music has changed.
Yeah. Oh, really, a lot. From the early creepy days. But he still does the guillotine where he gets his head cut off every show. So, yeah, we had a good time with the practice. I was glad we got to jam, and I felt like I was really jonesing to jam because this band is really good, and they're really and I'm not just saying it because Steve's listening. Steve's a really, really good player, really, really good player, and I did that just to be nice to him. No, he's really nice. He's really good though, really good, and so it was fun to be with them guys again, and actually get to jam out some of the harder stuff that we were doing. And who knows? I guess we're not doing it this week. We're doing it maybe next week. But yeah, it's fun. I like feeling like we actually accomplished something. And I thought we did. I thought we did a good job, or they did a really good job, and I just sang along. So, all right. Let's get on with the show, unless there's something you would like to first bring up or say about.
No, let's go.
All right.
We're getting to my favorite part. Or do you have RIPs to do?
I'm going to do the RIPs second, because that's the way I have it set up on here. Because that's the way I used to do it a long time ago, I think. But I think that it would make better to do the birthdays and then do the deaths.
You should make Steve guess this week.
Hey, Steve, you still there? Are you still there? Are you there? Are you there? That would be Stoneface that he plays for. Steve, you still there? Are you there? Are you there? All right, we'll make Trish play because she's in the chat room. So, all right, here we go. The first one. Anybody that wants to play along, just put an age in there. All right, the first one is, and no cheating, Doug. First one's Kevin Bacon.
55.
No, not even close. He's much older than that. He's actually closer to your age than, well, he's actually
70.
He's actually he's in between us, I should say. So he's
78.
68.
68. 68.
Yeah, 68 is good. Yeah. All right. And then there's Angelica Houston. If you ever watched The Addams Family on Netflix, she's mom.
Yes, she is. Let me see her picture.
Oh, sorry, forgot about that. Got a picture up there. Hold on. She's older than I thought she was, by the way. But when I look at her picture, I guess that makes sense.
I'm going to say 62.
Believe it or not, she's 75.
She plays mom. Wow.
Yeah, I really didn't. I thought she was like, until I saw this picture of her, I really thought she was a lot younger than that. Oh, there's Christine. I am too, but I don't see the others. That's because I got, Christine, I have Facebook up again, and I have Twitch up again, and we got people in all places. So, okay, the next one. Celebrity chef, Wolfgang Puck. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to tell you right now, go high.
I'm going to say 79.
Yeah, well, he's 77. 77. All right. Do you remember the guy that did, let's see here, what was it, two something and a microphone, anyway, his name's Beck. He's a singer-songwriter. Two microphones, it was two something and a microphone. I hated the song, but anyway, he's still out there. That's Beck.
I'm going to say 39.
He is, actually, he was probably 39 when I first heard that song. He's 56. All right.
He looks young in all those pictures.
Well, yeah, he looks good, though. For if he's really 56, he really is looking good for 56. Because, I'm looking at them, and I'm thinking, he don't look 56 to me. Maybe they are all younger pictures. Oh, wait, if this is him. No, that's not him. That's Glenn Beck. What's Glenn Beck? Oh, okay, because I put Beck. Okay, that makes sense. Well, this is him. So, I don't know who he is. That's not him. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and Jeff Beck. Well, Jeff Beck would probably be what you're talking about, age-wise. Okay, next one. Tom Hanks is next on the agenda.
85.
No. He's closer to your age.
Yeah, 71.
Yeah, he's 70. He's younger. Wait, you're 70. Wait, are you 70?
I'm 70.
Yeah, okay, he's your age. I thought he was close to your age. This next one, nobody likes her. I don't dislike her, but she had issues with her boyfriend at the time, Courtney Love.
I'm going to say she's 51.
Boy, you're off today. Wow. Believe it or not, she's 62.
Wow.
Well, you got to keep in mind though, she was first popular in 90. Let's see, Kurt Cobain died in like 93.
True.
Next one, Fred Savage of the Wonder Years.
No idea.
As an adult, he is
I'm going to say 51.
Ah, there you go. He's 50. He's 50. Okay. Did you ever watch Modern Family?
Yeah.
Okay, Sofia Vergara. Now,
She just had a
be careful.
birthday.
Yeah. Be careful. She's deceiving.
She just had a birthday, and I read how old she is, and I can't remember. I can't remember.
She's 54.
54.
And I don't know if I wasn't going to bring her up or not, but Jessica Simpson, I don't even know if you know who she is. So she's a singer and a fashion designer, but she's 46. I'm going to say you probably didn't see 12 Years a Slave, but it was really a good movie. Chiwetel, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but he's been in a couple other movies too. You don't have to participate in this one because you probably don't know who he is, but he's really a good actor. That was a good movie, by the way. And because we can't pronounce his name, I'm putting this one up here for you though. This next one. This guy was in Avatar. His name's Stephen Lang.
I'm going to say.
Go high.
I think he's about 65.
Go high.
Really?
Yeah. I know he looks good for his age.
Well, I'm looking at a couple other pictures. He looks 75.
He's 75, yes. Or 74. Yeah, yeah. Then there's this guy here, everyone knows. I don't know if they know his age, but Harrison Ford.
81.
84.
84.
I'm having a hard
Look
time.
at his picture over here. Look at the cut. He's cut. See that?
Which one?
It's across from his younger picture. He's taking his shirt off. And look at
Oh,
his
this
arm.
one here? Yeah, he looks old there. Yeah, that's when he was 83.
Yeah, but look at him. Look at he's chiseled.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm sure he stays in shape. Actually, bring this up. It's even a little bigger. Yeah, he's boy. I remember when we were watching, Romancing the Stone and all the Indiana Jones stuff and all that. If you ever watched any of the Fast and Furious?
No, I haven't watched one.
Well, Michelle Rodriguez, she was in other things too, but that's the thing she's known for. She's one of my fantasy girls.
Oh, yeah.
I love her.
36.
She is 48.
48, really?
I know.
She looks good for 48.
Well, let's see if there's any pictures of her looking older, but I think that's her. I think because when she was younger, she looked like this, and she still looks like that pretty much. I mean, I guess that's probably closer.
That's 40. That's closer.
Yeah,
40.
I love her. You know why I love her? It's not even necessarily her looks. It's her looks and her attitude. I mean, she's one of those chicks that are just, she's tough. Here's one of your favorites. Patrick Stewart.
No, he's got to be 89.
Got to be what?
89.
He has got to be 86. Yeah, you got it. Did you ever watch The Hangover?
No.
Well, he's been in other things too, but this guy was a doctor, and a real true doctor, and he decided he wanted to act. And he ended up being in The Hangover 1, 2, and 3. And he's been in a couple other movies. It's Ken Jeong. He's kind of cool too. If you haven't seen him, you probably don't know anything about him. But he's 57. I know you know this guy. Cheech.
Yeah, let's see. He's got to be 75 at this point.
He's got to be 80.
80.
80.
Wow.
Now, these others are just bonus points. The drummer from Allman Brothers, his name is John Johansson.
Yeah, well, he's got to be
think high.
Yeah, he's got to be 93.
No, not that high. But he's in his 80s. He's 82. Man, it's just so funny for me to think of him at 82 and think that he's still out there. They're still out there playing and stuff. That's crazy. You might know him, you might not. He was a character actor, and he had his own show for a while called, it was, what the freak? It was called, Transparent. It was called Transparent. He was playing a man transitioning into a woman, and his kids didn't know about it till it happened. And he actually was doing really well with that show, but it got canceled because he got in trouble for sexual harassment or something like that. So he lost his show because he couldn't keep it in his pants, so to speak.
I'm going to say 71.
He's 82.
82, wow.
82. Did you watch Shark Tank?
No.
Oh. Kevin O'Leary is one from Shark Tank. He is 72. How about Arlo Guthrie?
I have no idea.
I know. I wouldn't have known either. I could tell you I had no idea. He looks like that. I mean, remember every Thanksgiving, you'd listen to Alice's Restaurant?
Yeah.
You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant.
70.
80. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's 79. Wait, yeah, okay, that's within 5 anyway, so you got it. Do you remember the Raspberries? Don't go all the way. Oh, you don't remember them? Okay, well, that was the next one. Next one was David Smalley of... Oh, no, it's not Don't Go All... It's Please Go All the Way. That's the name of the song. And then lastly, but not leastly, from Bon Jovi, Richie Sambora, which probably looks more like...
I'm going to say 69.
Good, 67, yep. And that's the... that's this week's stuff. I thought there were some good ones in there. I did them a little different than last time. I didn't have time to keep track of them during the week, so I had to do them all in one day. So I found a quicker way to do it. So, all right, got rid of them. All right. Sadly, we had 2 losses this week. We had one from our childhood. Actually, they're both from our childhood, really. Let me get rid of some of these windows here, because I got too many windows open. Let's get rid of some of these guys. That's what happens when you have a lot of birthdays. I remember when I used to do web pages, and I used to put my notes on the web pages, and then I could just scroll through the notes. And of course, I didn't do birthdays back then. Okay, we're almost done. All right, 3 more. All right, so the first one I want to talk about. Did you watch when we were kids, or when you were younger, I should say, Emergency?
Yeah.
All right, then you'll know who he is. Here we go. Hopefully. Oh, no, we won't go. Let's try it again. Try it again. Here we go.
Randolph Mantooth, 1945 to 2026. A tribute. Hollywood has lost one of television's most recognizable heroes. Actor Randolph Mantooth, best known for portraying firefighter and paramedic Johnny Gage on the groundbreaking television series Emergency, has passed away at the age of 80 following a lengthy illness. His family announced that he died on July 9th at a hospice facility in Ventura, California. Born Randy DeRoy Mantooth on September 19, 1945, in Sacramento, California, Randolph grew up in a family that moved frequently because of his father's construction work. Of Cherokee and Seminole heritage through his father, he developed a love for acting while performing in high school productions. His talent earned him a scholarship to the prestigious American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York City, where he received one of the school's highest acting honors, the Charles Jellinger Award. It was there that a Universal Studios talent scout discovered him, opening the door to what would become a remarkable television career. Like many actors, Mantooth paid his dues with guest appearances on popular television series including Adam 12, Marcus Welby, MD, Ironside, and The Bold Ones. Then, in 1972, came the role that would define his career. Cast as Johnny Gage on NBC's Emergency, Mantooth became one half of one of television's most beloved partnerships, alongside Kevin T's Roy DeSoto. The series was far more than just another action drama. At a time when paramedics were still a relatively new profession, Emergency introduced millions of viewers to modern emergency medical services. Fire departments and EMS organizations across America have long credited the show with inspiring thousands of firefighters, EMTs, and paramedics to enter the profession. Few television shows have had such a profound real-world impact. After Emergency concluded its original run, Randolph continued working steadily for decades. He found tremendous success in daytime television, starring in more than 300 episodes of the soap opera Loving, before continuing the role in its spin-off, The City. He also appeared on General Hospital, As the World Turns, One Life to Live, Dallas, The Love Boat, Criminal Minds, Sons of Anarchy, and many other television favorites. His career ultimately spanned more than 5 decades. Like many actors closely identified with one iconic character, Mantooth sometimes found it difficult to escape the shadow of Johnny Gage. Although he enjoyed a long and successful career, he was forever associated with Emergency. Rather than fighting that legacy, he embraced it. He spent years attending firefighter conventions, EMS conferences, fan events, and charity functions, proudly representing the profession he had helped bring into America's living rooms. In 2012, the Los Angeles Fire Department even named him an honorary fire chief in recognition of his contributions. There are also some fascinating facts about Randolph Mantooth that many fans may not know. He performed many of his own stunts on Emergency, remained lifelong friends with co-star Kevin Teague, and even asked T to serve as the best man at his 2002 wedding. Despite battling cancer beginning in 2015, he remained active with fans and continued supporting first responders whenever his health allowed. Randolph Mantooth wasn't simply an actor playing a hero. Through one unforgettable role, he helped elevate an entire profession and inspired generations of real-life heroes who answer emergency calls every day. His work demonstrated that television can do more than entertain. It can educate, inspire, and even change lives. Randolph Mantooth is survived by his wife Kristen Connors, his brother Donald, and his sister Tonya. From all of us here at Trash Talking Radio, we extend our deepest condolences to his family, friends, fellow actors, and to the countless firefighters, EMTs, paramedics, and fans whose lives he touched. Rest in peace, Randolph Mantooth. Squad 51 has answered its final call, but your legacy will continue every time a first responder rushes towards someone in need.
There we go. Did you watch that show? I used to watch that show all the time.
Yes.
That was a great show. And they showed some of them in black and white. It wasn't on that long ago. I wasn't on that long, was it? I mean...
It seemed like it.
Huh.
I thought it was a 70s show myself.
Yeah, yeah. That one and Chips were on it around the same time.
Yeah.
That was.
I think they were back to back, actually.
I think so. For some reason I remember that like that, but I might be wrong. The other person we lost was makes me sad, but I think you will be sad too once you hear it. Here we go.
Bonnie Tyler, 1951 to 2026. This is a tribute to a legendary woman. The music world has lost one of its most distinctive and unforgettable voices. Welsh singer Bonnie Tyler, whose powerful, raspy vocals helped define an era of rock and pop music, has passed away at the age of 75. Her family announced that she died on July 8, 2026, in a hospital in Portugal, after complications from an illness that required emergency intestinal surgery. She leaves behind a remarkable legacy that spans 5 decades and includes some of the most iconic songs ever recorded. Born Gaynor Hopkins on June 8, 1951, in the small village of Skew in Wales, Bonnie grew up in a working-class family with a love for music. Before becoming a singer, she worked in a grocery store while performing in local clubs with her band. Her big break came in the mid-1970s after she was discovered in a Swansea nightclub. She adopted the stage name Bonnie Tyler and signed her first recording contract, beginning a career that would soon take her around the world. One of the most interesting twists in Bonnie's career came early on. In 1976, she underwent surgery to remove vocal cord nodules. Doctors instructed her not to speak for weeks while recovering. Unfortunately, she talked too soon, permanently altering her voice. What could have ended her career instead created the smoky, gravelly sound that became one of the most recognizable voices in popular music. It turned an obstacle into her greatest strength. Her first major international hit came in 1977 with It's a Heartache, which sold millions of copies worldwide and established her as a rising star. But it was in 1983 that Bonnie Tyler became a global phenomenon. Producer and songwriter Jim Steinman paired her with the epic power ballad, Total Eclipse of the Heart. The song exploded to #1 in numerous countries, won fans across generations, and became one of the biggest-selling singles of the decade. Its dramatic music video became an MTV classic, while the song itself surpassed 1 billion streams decades after its release. Even today, the song experiences a resurgence whenever the world witnesses a solar eclipse. Just a year later, Bonnie delivered another timeless anthem with Holding Out for a Hero, featured in the movie Footloose. The song has since become a staple of films, television shows, sporting events, and commercials. Decades later, it found a whole new generation of fans after its unforgettable appearance in the animated hit Shrek 2. Like many artists whose careers reached incredible heights, Bonnie experienced changing musical tastes during the late 1980s and 1990s. Although mainstream radio moved on, she never stopped recording or performing. While her chart success slowed, she remained enormously popular throughout Europe, toured extensively, released 18 studio albums, and maintained a devoted international fan base. In 2013, she proudly represented the United Kingdom in the Eurovision Song Contest, introducing herself to yet another generation of music lovers. In recognition of her extraordinary contributions to music, Bonnie Tyler was appointed a member of the Order of the British Empire, or MBE, in 2023. Despite worldwide fame, friends and fellow musicians often described her as warm, funny, humble, and deeply appreciative of her fans. Here are a few fun facts about Bonnie Tyler. She recorded songs in multiple languages, collaborated with artists from around the world, and continued touring well into her 70s. She was married to businessman and former Olympic athlete Robert Sullivan for more than 50 years, making them one of entertainment's longest-lasting marriages. Her unmistakable voice influenced countless rock and pop singers who followed. Bonnie Tyler proved that perfection isn't always polished. Her unforgettable voice, born from adversity, became the soundtrack to millions of lives. Whether you first heard her on the radio, on MTV, in Footloose, in Shrek 2, or simply singing along in your car, her music carried an emotional power that few artists could ever match. From everyone here at Trash Talking Radio, we extend our heartfelt condolences to Bonnie Tyler's family, friends, fellow musicians, and the millions of fans around the world who loved her music. Thank you, Bonnie Tyler, for giving us songs that will continue to echo through generations. Rest in peace.
It's sad, but she lived a good life, though. I mean, she got to work with Steinman. I mean, geez, that's the, you know who else worked with Steinman, right? Meatloaf. That was his main, that was his main songwriter that he wrote with. So that was interesting to see that, and interesting story on how she got her gravelly voice too. So
Yeah,
I can relate to that.
Either.
I was afraid that was going to happen to me because if you remember, I had that tracheotomy, and then after my tracheotomy, I talked like that. I was afraid I was going to be like that for the rest of my life, and fortunately, that didn't happen. But Boy, oh boy, I was afraid. I was so scared I was gonna like be gravelly like the Godfather for the rest of my life. So now these two people were both released the same time. Who do you think got more listens?
Well, I thought it would be Bonnie, but I think I'm wrong.
You are wrong, unfortunately. I mean, it was by a landslide. I listened to those and I was like, I thought, oh, they're both pretty good. I wonder who's going to be, because I just put them up last night, late last night. So I left them go all night. And then today, I believe he had 38 and she had like 4 people who listened. I was like, what happened there? Wait a minute, I'll check right now. I think he's at, where's that? Oh, she's at 4, and it was done 22 hours ago. And I thought everyone would listen to that. I mean, and he's at 38 now. That's, keep in mind that I just did one, so she was at 3 and he's at 37. Now, I at the end of the week, it's going to be really a lot bigger because like I said, I put him up last night. Now, I did put hers up second, but still, to get a difference of 35 over 35, that'd be a big difference. But, yeah, I was really, I hadn't done any of these since the beginning of the year. I mean, not that nobody died. It was nobody that I was so... We've been so busy with some of these good stories that I haven't even made any. I've been so busy too. So, but it was interesting. So they're both gone. And it's funny because I had never dawned on me that he was even alive or dead because, just been a long time since I've heard his name. And when his name came out, I'm like, what? Him? I didn't even know he was still alive. I wonder if his partner was still alive, that Kevin Teague or Tiger, whatever his name was. So, sad, but true. So, all right, on to the next story. Let's see, where are we going to start? There's a lot of good stories. Okay. So, it's been a while since this guy got in trouble, but this is the first story that I wanted to talk about. There was a doctor a couple years ago. I don't remember what year it was, but he drove his Tesla off a cliff along with his family. His family was in the car. His wife was in the front seat. His kids were in the back seat, and he drove off the. He was apparently running into some financial issues, and he couldn't figure out a way to resolve it. He was a doctor too. I mean, I can't imagine being a doctor and not having money. Or not being able to make money, but he drove off the cliff to kill his family. And darned if that Tesla didn't save them all. Tesla has a 5 out of 5 star rating on all their vehicles, not just one of their vehicles, all of their vehicles. And that tells you quite a bit about the quality of the car. And so he had an X like I have, and there's what the car looked like when it was done. Oh, let's see if I can try to get the picture in. There it is. So that's what it looked like when they crashed, and they came. I mean, that mountain that was way up at the top. So it says here in this photo, it says emergency personnel respond to the vehicle over the side of the highway, Highway 1, January 1st, 2023. You were probably on the, that's around when you started.
I just started.
Yeah.
That's when I started.
Yeah. So, ran off the cliff, along with Northern California coast, so all this has been dismissed by a judge following his completion of a mental health program. So
no.
yes. That's the it's I mean, I can't believe it. I mean, prosecutors charged Dharmesh Patel, 45, with attempted murder after he drove his Tesla off a 250-foot cliff. 250 feet. I mean, I can't even fathom driving my car. First off, I love my car, so I wouldn't do it in my car. You know, off of a 250-foot cliff along the Pacific Coast Highway in San Mateo County, injuring his wife and 2 young children. All 4 survived the January 2nd, 2023 crash in what an official called an absolute miracle. San Mateo judge dismissed the charges on Monday after Patel completed a 2-year mental health diversion program. You can't make this stuff up.
I could have gone on with a reduced sentence, but nothing.
Nothing. I'm shocked, and I would imagine his kids, they won't want anything to do with him. I mean, and his wife, I would imagine, wouldn't want anything to do with him.
She should have divorced him right away.
It says here that if a person who's given mental health diversion follows treatment plan, there's nothing that can be done at the end of the 2 years, he gets it wiped off his record. So that's him there.
Well, that's a stupid law.
I agree. I mean, if you wanted to kill yourself, that's okay. I don't care. But if you wanted to kill yourself, you don't kill your kids too. You know, that's the problem I have, is that, you know, if he wanted to kill himself, I don't have a problem with him killing himself. But the poor kids, they had no choice in that whole matter. Could you imagine what the kids thought when Dad's driving off the road and all of a sudden
mom's screaming, and
yeah. Hey,
how old were the kids?
Well, they were young. They were 4 and 7 at the time. Said here he had delusions. How you doing, Maxim? Haven't seen you in a long time. It says here Patel of Pasadena was on a family road trip in the Bay Area at the time of the crash. He told his psychiatrist after his arrest that he was depressed and had delusions that his children, 4 and 7 at the time, would be trafficked by kidnappers. And it says he was in jail without bail until he was released in 2024. The guy deserved to keep being in jail. I mean, that's attempted murder as far as I'm concerned. I don't know. But hey.
California, right? This happened in California.
Yeah, that was California.
See, California, Illinois, New York State, the people that run the Justice Department don't believe in crimes.
I can't imagine. If you or I did it, we'd be in jail.
They believe that society causes people to commit crimes.
It's so weird. It's so weird to think about it. So I don't know. I don't know. I just can't. I don't know. I can't understand what. I mean, he should have got something, some kind of jail term. So I guess that's not the case in his life. So he is out and living his life, living his best life till he tries to kill his kids again. So that's the first one. Then do you have HBO?
No.
Okay, they had a show called The Pitt. And I love the show.
I've heard all about it. It's winning
25
the award.
25
nominations.
25 Emmy nominations. And it just, I love the show. I mean, and to be on HBO and to get that many awards is crazy. Or, you know, I should say nominations. I don't know what kind of awards they'll get. And that was, the main character was, what was his name? Freaking A, I can't think of his name. He was the guy, he was the young guy in ER, the young sidekick, but now he's the head of doctors. So I love that show. If you ever get a chance,
you should give me your password so I can watch it.
Oh, well, you should already have it. It's the same password we use here in the studio.
Oh, okay. whatever that is.
Yeah. See, you should write things down. I never gave it to you, but that's beside the point. Anyway, Rob Reiner receives posthumous nod for The Bear, plus more surprises at the and snubs at the same award show. Let's see here. See, I guess when you die, people give you all kinds of awards. So, Emmy snubs Taylor Sheridan shows, whoever that is, Half Man and Hot Ones. Oh, I like Hot Ones. That's a good show. Did you ever watch that? Where they eat the wings? I think that's probably not the show. You can watch yeah, I think Hot Ones is that show. You catch a lot of the Hot Ones stuff on YouTube. It's really an interesting show. This guy, yeah, it is. Sean Evans hosts YouTube Mouth Burner. So what he does is he interviews you, and you get a question, you got to answer the question, and then you got to eat a hot wing. And then the next one, you eat the next level up hot wing. Then you eat the next level up. And by the end of the show, Mick Foley was on there. It was really funny because you would expect him to be good at that show because of the fact that he takes all his chances. Nope. It gets really overly hot. It's fun watching the guys. And then actually, I played that party outside in Mechanicsburg a couple weeks ago. During our break, they did the hot wing challenge with those sauces, because you can buy the sauces that they use on that show. It was really funny to watch the guys eating those hot wings in person, because they're almost crying, because it's really some of those hot wings are really hot, and some of the ones, like, they'll take a bite and they'll say, "Oh, that wasn't so bad," and then it sneaks up on you and it just and they give you a list of questions you got to ask between the wings. It's just really funny. But yeah, I suggest watching that show. It's a good, funny show to watch. Unless you're the one eating the hot wings, then it's not. Yeah, that is really awful when you got to eat the hot wings. Justin Bieber will join Shakira, BTS, which is, I don't know what that means, and Madonna for the first ever World Cup final halftime show just outside New York City on July 19th. By the way, that's when my commercial should be on too, that show on July 19th. So it'll be interesting to see if I did actually make it on that, if my commercial actually, if I made it on that commercial. I should be on that commercial though. So I'll be sitting there watching it on July 19th just to see if I made it. So that'll be really cool. That'll be my first national exposure. All right. Then we got the try it again. The World Health Organization projects that new cancer cases will nearly double to 35 million by 2050. Calls for urgent action to address a global healthcare inequities. So it's let's see, here we go. It's funny because I would expect it to be less because less people are smoking, but no, we're talking about.
Yeah, but that's not true all the way around the world.
Well, that's true too. That's yeah. But wow, I really hope that doesn't happen. To double, well, there's more people though. There's also more people, so that could be why. But
and people are living longer, so there's more disease can hit you.
Good point. That's a good point. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to wait till 2050. If I'm around 2050, that's a long time. I just wonder if I'll be here next year, so I don't know about the 2050 thing. Anyway, teardrop-based device can measure dopamine levels, potentially offering non-invasive approach to monitoring Parkinson's disease and other neurological conditions. Okay. Well, that could be interesting. I have a friend who was recently diagnosed with Parkinson's, and it's kind of strange because I wasn't like expecting I guess I didn't understand what Parkinson was really about. I mean, I guess we saw Michael Fox. Doesn't he have Parkinson's? I guess that's the only.
Yeah, I think so.
I guess that's the only time I've ever seen Parkinson's until then, until I saw her with it, and it's really kind of, it sets you off because you don't know what to expect, and then all of a sudden you get all this like shaking and stuff that I've never seen before, and I didn't realize that was I don't know. I probably did realize it deep down inside, but I didn't think about it when it was happening, and it was like, oh, that's the Parkinson's thing. So that's kind of weird to think about that was, the thing that she has. So, and it's weird because it's not constant, so it's just like when it happens. Okay, it says here that the National Mall gets over 30 million visitors a year. An organized network of unlicensed vendors had figured out how to profit from them, from running turf wars to charging for $15 for ice cream. So, if you go to the National Mall, be on the lookout for these evil people, also called food trucks. So a lot of these food trucks apparently aren't licensed. When I used to work, when I used to have a real job, I remember the food trucks would park out during lunchtime, and you could, and we'd have our vendors paying for some of the stuff, and you get all kinds of food. It was just neat that you could have this variety of food, and you didn't have to go to the lunchroom. You could just get it right from going to the, just going outside and finding the vendors. So, but it's kind of disturbing that there's so many unlicensed ones. So,
yeah.
But I don't.
Gotta be licensed.
But you know what? Sometimes I think that we ask for licenses for some of the weirdest stuff. But food, I guess you're never going to have that happen. It's never going to be okay to not be licensed for food. And I guess that's a safety thing. But some of the things that they want us to be licensed for, that's weird. Like, for instance, pro wrestling, you have to be licensed in some states, but some states you don't have to be. So, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. All right, next. All right, what do we got next here? Let's find out if your city is bad and if my city is bad. Don't let the bedbugs bite. Oregon lists the worst cities for bedbugs. Where do you think yours is going to come up at?
Mine is not on the list. I saw this.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I thought yours was. Let me see.
Not Cincinnati.
Cleveland, right?
No, I'm Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. That's the other one. Okay.
I'm down at the bottom.
Oh, okay. You are.
Cleveland's up
Okay,
top.
there you are. There you are. Number 15.
Number 15.
I don't see any Pennsylvania there.
Chicago is number 1.
Oh, Pittsburgh is number 9. That's close. Newark is. Oh, Baltimore. That's Christine's place. She's in 14. She's better than you. You're 15. There's no Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. There's no Dauphin, Pennsylvania. We're safe from bed bugs. There's a Philadelphia right there at 22. And Dayton. Here's Dayton. So, yeah. Oh, my gosh. There's Toledo right there. Man, Ohio's got lots of bed bugs. It's just not in your area.
We grow them.
Oh, and then you export them out?
We export.
Somebody's got to export them, You got to think they're coming from somewhere. That's funny.
We collect them and then we ship them.
You box them up. Can buy them on the dark web. So I just saw that and I thought, that's funny. Oh, man. Then I got, now did you hear about Ground Zero? They have they broke ground for the final office tower to be for the World Trade.
No, I didn't know that.
Ah, they got the one tower done, but they didn't do the other tower. Where do we go here? Let's see here. Now this is the interesting about this one. The interesting thing about this one is the towers were, side by side and all that stuff. But the things I didn't know. So World Construction. Okay, it says construction crews broke ground yesterday, which was a couple days ago, on the final tower at the new World Trade Center campus, nearly 25 years after the 9/11 attacks destroyed the complex. American Express will be the sole tenant of the number 2 World Trade Center upon its completion. Currently slated for 2031. The 55-story glass tower will accommodate up to 10,000 employees, nearly 2 million square feet of office space. Now, let me ask you, out of your own thing, would you take a job there?
Absolutely not.
I was going to say I wouldn't. They couldn't pay me enough to work there because, you figure it comes right down to it. It wasn't a good place to work when there was a big emergency because there's no way out. And, yeah. Now, it's not as big as the other one. It says at 1,226... 1,200 and... What is it? 12... Wait a minute. Hold on here. It will accommodate up to 10,000 employees across 2 million square feet of office space. And 1,222,000... No, 1,222... 1,226 feet tall. It'll stand 550 feet shorter than the One Trade World Center. So this one's called the Two Trade World Center. Directly to the west, American Express has not disclosed the project cost, but the mayor, Zoran Mandani, expects the development to create 3,200 jobs and generate $66 billion in economic activity. Officials began soliciting proposals to rebuild the World Trade Center campus 8 months after the terrorist attack. The first new building, 7 World Trade Center, opened in 2006, and the landmark One World Trade Center opened in 2014. So, yeah, I wouldn't. You couldn't pay me enough to work there, just because I'm scared, and I learned from my mistakes. I tried to anyway. So.
Did you know that I was at Ground Zero?
Yes. We had discussions of that. Do you want to give some? Do you want to talk about it a little bit?
I submitted my paper to a magazine to be written up for the 25th anniversary.
Wow.
I haven't heard back if they even got it or not.
Oh.
But it's a Salvation Army magazine. But we'll see if they take it. I have lost interest, but 25 years is coming up, and I've become interested again.
Yeah. Hi, Danielle.
So,
Haven't talked to you in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so weird.
A lot of people have gotten sick from the Trade Center.
Well, I mean, I think the interesting thing is that you had a really hard job. I mean, it's one thing to dig through the debris, and that's not an easy job. But to be able to be there to counsel and comfort, I guess, would be kind of what you do.
That's about right.
I mean, what do you say to someone that sees all this stuff? And I mean, I don't even know. I mean, that's how we got back in contact with each other.
You basically listen.
But that was kind of like how we got back in contact with each other, because I've known you for a long, long time, and I saw your article that they wrote about you being in the stuff, and I was like, holy crap, that's like really commendable. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than that. I mean, for the firefighters, for them to go into that the debris and put themselves at risk and all that stuff, and that's bad. And I can't even imagine. I just can't imagine any of that. It's just like a movie, like a horror movie. And for you to go up there, that's commendable. I can't imagine. I mean, at that point in my life, here's the weird thing about that. So just a month before that happened, I took a plane to Boston, and only I think it was 3 weeks. 3 weeks before that, I took a plane to Boston, and then we were supposed to come back on the plane, and it was a lightning storm, so they didn't let the planes take off. So I ended up going back on. They rented some cars. They rented cars. We drove back, and it's so weird to think about. Then 2 weeks later, the planes came from Boston, which is where I was, and that was scary enough to know that I was 2 weeks away from doing that stuff. So, oh man, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. But you went there for how long were you there?
I was there for 11 days.
11 days. And
I was there while they were still searching for survivors.
Jeez.
And I was there long enough when they switched from rescue to just digging. And the mood changed, and it wasn't the same.
I would imagine.
They weren't searching for survivors anymore. They were just going to start taking the place apart.
Yeah, I mean, just unbelievable. I just can't imagine.
Yeah. There's I maybe in September I'll talk about it on the show. But
we can do that.
It was just a lot of memories. But one of the things that happened was that my articles, I had a series of articles, because they, Patty got me in contact with Philadelphia, and their newspaper and radio stations and TV stations wanted to talk to me. So I was on the phone as much as I was anything else.
Wow.
Los Angeles Times picked up my articles, and Miami picked up my articles, and I was,
And you were
it was a big deal.
You were a pastor. Well, still am a pastor, but still are a pastor. But you went up there to try to just be there.
We fed, we clothed. We had a block of clothing, and firefighters would come over, Mike, and girls would strip down naked and put on fresh underwear and bras. And then suit back up again.
That's crazy.
We were just I would go and hold a sheet around these women firefighters so they could undress completely and in the tent, and because they needed to change underwear.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I
mean, those were long days, I'm sure. So.
And I got to see, I got to meet Sigourney Weaver, and I got to meet some of the girls from Miss America, I'm sorry, and met Donald Trump, and met Dan Rather.
Wow.
And I got to shake hands with people, and they weren't interested in me, but I got to shake their hand.
Yeah, but the thing is, they weren't there to dig around. They weren't there to help, as in physically, but they were there as like cheerleaders to. Well,
Trump brought down Miss America to try to cheer up the firefighters.
Well, that would do it, probably.
That cheered them up.
To a little bit.
Yes.
But
Yes.
still, they still had to go back to the grind. I mean, didn't have to. They were volunteers. So.
Well, there was one guy that he was a detective, New York City Police Department detective, that was there for about 8 days, and they kept throwing him out, and he kept sneaking back in. And finally, they told him they'd fire him if he didn't leave. So he finally left.
Wow.
But he couldn't leave because his friends.
Oh, yeah.
His friends were in the rubble, and couldn't leave. So the thing that got me like most was the ones that had to choose between being burned to death and jumping out the window, and they chose to jump.
Yeah.
And that's what got me.
Yeah. I remember seeing some of the bodies and thinking, wow, how would I make that choice? I guess you don't really, I mean, it's not an easy choice to make. So.
Well, for me, it would have been easy because I don't want to burn to death. So.
Yeah.
But still, it's horrible. Well, anyhow, 25 years. It's coming up, and I'm getting to preach on it on the 6th of September. So, maybe we could take a Tuesday and talk about it more.
We could, absolutely. Absolutely.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that. And with that, I'm going to turn the table over to you.
Well, Trump's been busy. We're back at war again.
Yeah.
He has sent a letter to Congress and saying we're in full-fledged war with Iran.
Yeah.
Did you know that he was going to open the Strait of Hormuz and charge 20% to each vessel that passed one way or the other? He was going to charge 20% for the privilege of transiting the strait. He was going to charge for it because our U.S. Navy would be there permanently.
Wow.
And so he didn't think that we should do it for free. But he changed his mind and is now, the Gulf states are going to invest in this country. They're going to build factories. They're going to build all kinds of infrastructure to give us great paying jobs. That he figured that's a better deal than paying for the military being there.
Yeah.
So they're going to start very shortly pouring billions and trillions of dollars into this country.
Wow.
And that's a good thing. We need good paying jobs. Past presidents have allowed our manufacturing base to leave, and that's hurt middle class because there aren't enough good paying jobs to go around. And this is a good thing because there'll be plenty of good paying jobs if this works out the way Trump wants it to work out for the middle class. That'll be good. So regional tensions persist as missile exchanges leave the interim peace deal in tatters. The United States resumed strikes targeting missile and maritime and drone sites in Iran as they bring back the naval blockade. They put the blockade back on at 4 p.m. today for Iran. They cannot ship or receive anything over the water. So we're back to full-fledged war. Trump is talking about dropping bombs on Kitsap Mountain nuclear facility. There are pictures. The thing that's happened is our space-based surveillance system is the envy of the world. And we've tracked everything that Iran has done. We know where everything's at. And we're systematically taking it out. And they have been working at Kitsap Mountain trying to uncover something. And so Trump is thinking of bombing it keep bombing it so that Iran can't start its nuclear weapon production again. we're in war. And Trump did not, he finally revealed why he doesn't want to go back to full-fledged war. It's because a lot of civilians will die.
Yes.
And he will take out infrastructure in Iran that will hurt the people. And he doesn't want to do it, but he said that he may be forced to if Iran doesn't stop doing what they're doing. He's going to be forced to do some things he doesn't want to do. And he doesn't like war. He's in it, but he doesn't like it. And he doesn't want to do it. He wants to make a deal. But the problem is that the people running Iran are 12ers. 12ers are looking for the return of the 12th Mahdi, who is the Messiah. And they know that it can only be brought about by absolute chaos and world chaos. And in the middle of the world chaos, the 12th Mahdi will reappear and solve the world's issues and convert everybody to Islam.
Well, there we go. That would be the answer, and everybody will be happy
that would be the answer.
Yeah.
And dropping a nuclear bomb on the United States and on Israel is the way to bring about the chaos in the world.
Well, that'll bring up chaos for sure.
So getting them to drop their nuclear ambition is going against their belief system.
Wow.
And so they're not rational. They don't care about the kind of deals that Trump wants to make.
Right.
They don't care about their people. The people are heading out into the streets again because there's 200% inflation in the country. And nurses and doctors aren't being paid. They don't have supplies to treat people and do surgeries.
Jeez.
And the nurses and doctors are protesting. And they haven't started killing them yet. But the last time this happened, where they were out in the streets, the IRGC has killed 52,000 of their own people.
Wow. I
through
can't
a machine
imagine.
gun.
I mean, isn't that genocide? That's genocide.
It is genocide, but these people are religious fanatics, and they don't care. They're just hanging on the power. They want to bring the 12th Mahdi back, and this is their time to do it, and they're going to do it.
What is the 12th?
And I don't
what does
think
that
Trump
mean?
truly understands it.
What's the 12th?
Okay, after Muhammad died, there was not a line of succession, and so they voted on Mahdis, and they got up to 12. And the 12th one disappeared and never returned. And the theology is that he is in hiding all these centuries, all these hundreds of years. He's been in hiding. And he will return when the world is in utter chaos and on the brink of nuclear destruction. He will appear and calm everything down and turn the world over to Allah, with mass conversions of people.
Okay. Well.
So, like I said, dropping a nuclear bomb in the United States and dropping it on Israel is the way they want to bring about the chaos in the world.
Wow. I can't even imagine having the idea that would actually happen. I mean, you got to believe in your God or whatever a whole lot and be willing to put everything on the line to believe that.
Well, every religion has an end time prophecy, right?
Right.
But other religions don't depend on making chaos come.
Right. Yeah.
You know, Christianity knows that chaos is going to come. We're trying to stop the chaos from coming.
Right.
So is Judaism. They don't want the chaos to happen. Mormons don't want the chaos to happen. Jehovah's Witnesses don't want the chaos to happen. Most Sunni Muslims don't want the chaos to happen. But these Shiite 12ers want the chaos to happen. They want to bring it about as soon as possible. You can't negotiate with that.
Right.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's where the problem was. So, did you know that they have a fatwa against Trump?
A what? What's that?
Okay, a fatwa is permission from the clerics to assassinate Trump.
Oh, geez. I'm not surprised.
So he is number one on their hit list. So he did not take the Qatari plane, Air Force One, back home.
Yeah.
He took the old Air Force One because the Secret Service wouldn't let him fly in the temporary one because it wasn't designed to have all the security apparatus. The Air Force One is built to survive a nuclear war.
Wow.
So he had to fly back on the old Air Force One.
The one without all the gold.
The one without all the gold, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So Trump has left instructions that if they try to take him out or they're successful, over 1,000 missiles are to be launched against Iran.
Okay.
And we are to destroy the country of Iran.
Well, they should just destroy it ahead of time and save all the trouble.
Most of the people in Iran are not 12ers. They want to be Westerners. They want to be part of Western society. They want to make peace with Israel. They don't want what the fanatics in their government want. That's the problem. The people want out of the situation more than we want to stop the situation. But they don't have the guns.
Right.
It's the IRGC that have the guns. And they're the fanatics. So Israel is ready to strike at any time Trump asks them to. They're ready.
Jeez.
We have lost 14 people now total in the war with service members.
Wow.
And 414 troops have been injured. We are finally going to pull out of Iraq, and we're making deals for their oil. Iraq is where the last imam was buried. Did you know that? They had a week-long funeral for him, and they buried him in a city in Iraq.
Is that the article I got up here?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the article. If you go down, it probably lists the city he was buried in.
Let's see. Let's see. It says they thronged through the streets of Najaf.
I guess it's not shown. And they started it on July 4th. They did that on purpose.
Look at that. They have them. That's crazy. The mourners carry the coffin of Iran's slain supreme leader Ali Khamenei at the Amani Ali Shrine in Najaf on July 8th, 2026. Crowds thronged the streets. What they just like crowd surf the casket? What?
They crowd surf the casket, yes.
That's crazy.
Everybody wants to touch the casket.
Oh. Wow.
And they had signs all over saying, kill Trump, kill Trump.
Wow. Riot police cooled down the mourners from atop a water cannon. Thousands paid final respects to the slain leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei during the third day of the funeral ceremonies. Jeez.
They claim there were millions. Most people count hundreds of thousands.
Either way, he was liked by some people.
Yeah, he was. Not everybody in Iran hated him.
Wow.
One last thing on that part of the country. A 13-year-old Christian girl fights in court to escape custody of her Muslim abductor. her abductor took her as his wife at 13 years old.
Wow.
And the courts in Iran want to turn her back to her abductor.
Jeez. I don't get it. Look at all those people, though. That's crazy. But that's about half what I'll get when I die.
No, Mike, I think, and they're going to surf your casket. So.
Oh man, that's crazy. I just don't get it. Jeez.
There he is. All his sons showed up except Matabja, who they think is dead.
Huh.
All his other sons showed up except for him.
Look at all those people. Wow.
See, hundreds and thousands were there, but probably not the millions that they claim.
I don't know. Jeez. Looks like a band could fit up there.
Well, yeah. See, not only did he die, Khomeini, but his wife and some children and other relatives died.
36.
They took out
36 year. It says 36-year rule.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
He was a one-man band.
Jeez.
See, that's the trouble now. Nobody's really in charge of Iran at this point. You don't really know who's really in charge.
Right. Jeez. That's crazy. Wow, it says women write messages, slogans, and personal reflections on a wall covered in graffiti during his funeral procession. As funeral ceremonies are held in Iran's late Ayatollah Ali Khamenei on July 4th, 2026 in Tehran, Iran. Khamenei and members of his family were killed February 28th during the U.S.-Israeli strikes at the beginning of the war, bringing an end to his 36-year rule over Iran. A multi-city funeral will be held over 6 days before his body is laid to rest. Boy, his body's been out of the ground a long time. Jeez. If he was killed in February or whatever I said.
And according to Muslim law, they're supposed to be buried within 24 hours.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Jeez.
Because they had to bury, not Obama. It'll come to me. The guy that directed the attacks on the Trade Center. They had to put him in the sea within 24 hours of death.
Ayatollah Khomeini, or whatever his name was?
No, not Khomeini.
Yeah, that shows how well he stuck around in our heads, because that was a long time ago and none of us can remember his name. Wow.
So on to Europe, Mike, on to Europe.
Let's go on to Europe.
The Ukraine is actually winning right now over Russia.
Oh.
And but they desperately need Patriot missiles. Patriot missiles are the United States anti-aircraft missile, and they definitely anti-drone, anti-aircraft. And so Trump has finally approved a license that Ukraine can produce them themselves. Here's the thing: Ukraine is incredible. They will probably produce them quicker and cheaper than America can produce them.
Yeah,
so,
I believe that.
And then they will resell them to NATO, because we're running out of Patriots.
Right.
We're running out of Patriot missiles. Now, you know that Senator Lindsey Graham died at 71.
Yes, that was another story I wanted to make sure we talked about. Yeah, here we go. Where's the... He passed away Saturday night from an aortic rupture related to cardiac disease. Let me see here. Come on. There we go. Oh, had it. There it goes. Yeah. Says here.
Do you know he's not married and has no children? And all they did was work. All he did was work.
He just turned 71, right?
You know, those type of things might make me think.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that he felt that it was his. I can understand some of that. Giving his life to the country. I mean, he basically gave his life, his whole life to the country.
And he was a staunch supporter of our war in Iran, and he was a staunch pro-life person. And he did a lot of good for this country. Now, you may not like him because he's pro-life, and you may not like him because he's Republican. But the evil Democratic, what they turned into. I used to be a Democrat. What the Democratic Party has turned into is evil. They mocked, laughed, were joyful, had congratulations, and thanking God that Lindsey Graham died.
Jeez.
And the guy that replaced Kimmel
right.
did a eulogy where he mocked Lindsey Graham and threatened CBS to cancel him.
Jeez. I mean, whether you hate or love someone, you don't, like, mock their death. I don't know. I just think that's bad taste. Regardless of whether you're Republican or Democrat or whatever. I mean, you don't, it's just not the right thing to do. So, I don't know.
So the White House, the Senate, in a bipartisan way, which I'm thankful for, passed the bill that Lindsey Graham was championing on sanctions on Russia, more severe sanctions on Russia, and they passed it and sending it to the House, and it was done in a bipartisan way. Do you know who replaced Lindsey Graham in the Senate?
His sister, right, or something like that.
Sister.
Yeah.
Yes, Darlene Graham Nordon.
Which I didn't know.
She's
I didn't know they
interim.
could do that. Yeah, I just found it interesting that they would be able to do that.
Well, if you had, McConnell has a Democratic governor, and McConnell is a Republican, and McConnell is sick and is in the hospital.
That's it says here.
And if he would resign before the end of his term, they would appoint a Democrat to fill his term, because the governor can appoint in these kind of things. Governors can appoint. There's a special election or a regular election. So that's McConnell does not want to quit because he doesn't want a Democrat to take his seat.
Ah, okay.
Because Bashir is the governor of Kentucky, and he would put a Democrat in his place.
Right.
And that would balance the power out of the Senate. McConnell wants to keep his seat until November at the special election. And McConnell is not running anything. Okay? But some Republican he wants to win his seat, not Democrat.
Yeah. It's weird because it says video footage shows an emergency personnel wheeling someone out on a stretcher towards an ambulance covered by an orange blanket with bare feet visible. Says the neighbor reported while they could not see the person's face. Another witness confirmed it, McConnell, who was not wearing an oxygen mask.
He's an old guy.
Yeah.
He's been in the Senate forever.
Wow. That's crazy. That's what you call loving your job and stuff. You give your whole life to it. I tried to do that, but they didn't let me do that. Oh, wow.
Did you know that California and 11 states are suing to block Paramount $110 billion Warner Brothers deal?
Oh, boy. Well, they got to stay in the news. It was getting quiet.
You know, I know we talked about it before the show, but this is the never-ending deal that's just going to cost more and more and more money.
It's like a comedy almost. I mean, it just crazy because it just keeps giving. You know, it's a story that keeps giving. So I don't know.
The argument is the merger would lead to higher prices, lower quality, and less content for consumers.
But what's going to happen is they're going to drag it out till they have no more money at all, and they're going to end up killing both businesses because you know who can keep going? How long is this? This has got to be going around a year, at least a year now. Between
at least a year.
You know, because Netflix wanted it over a year ago. So and they then you know, it serves David Ellison right. Because he's the reason that why Netflix didn't end up with it, because he kept up in the ante and kept making it horrible and impossible to close the deal. Now it's happening to him. Guess what? He deserves it. You know, I don't wish anybody bad luck, but you know, it is kind of like it is what it is. But you know, he almost deserves it. So I don't know.
It's crazy. This is sort of like our buddy who's in prison. He's you know, Mr.
Weinstein, or which one?
No, our other buddy, the rapper.
Oh yeah. Diddy.
Good. He's going to be back in the news here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
gas prices. You want to know what it was a year ago?
Sure.
This week?
Yeah.
$3.15 national average.
What is it now?
Well, a month ago it was $4.08. Last week it was $3.79. Now it's $3.87.
Wow.
Trump needs to get it down under $3 if he wants to have Congress be reelected.
Jeez. Oh man, that's insane.
We talked last week about car prices, new car prices. Most people can't buy a new car anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's an averaging about $600 to $800 a month to buy a new car.
Yeah. Well, think about why it's why electric becomes a very good deal too, because you know the cost of driving the car, there's no real repairs for it, and you don't have to worry about changing the oil. Don't have to worry about, you know, all you got to worry about is tires, really, for the most part. And your electric is a lot cheaper than your gas is right now.
Well, our president did something I didn't like, and that he cut all the incentives for buying electric cars.
I thought there were new incentives out there.
California's doing
Oh,
it.
is that what it is? I thought there was something going on out there.
California's doing it on its own.
Okay.
And giving subsidies because it's only for cars that are under $25,000 for the car. It's not for the higher end Teslas.
Right.
It's
Well, yeah, they stopped making the higher end. The end of the X's and the S's are gone now, so they don't even have any cars over 100,000 anymore. They're now starting around 60, or ending around 60, I should say. So yeah, they stopped making the real high end stuff. So now high end is 60ish. Even the if you wanted a Cybertruck, they've got a new Cybertruck that's right around 59,000.
Are they going to do an SUV?
They talk about it, and I hope they do by the time I'm ready to buy another one, because I'm really that would be what I would look at. But I would also look at the new YXL, the XL or the whatever they call it, the YL. I would look at that because that actually has almost the same room that my car has, but it doesn't have that middle screen that I like, or that the center, the screen in front of the driver. They stopped making that, so none of them have that screen that I like. So that makes me want to keep my car longer because, I like that. Plus I get free electric for life. So
a little bit of Trump news. He has to pay E. Jean Carroll $5.6 million. And he paid it.
Yeah.
That's her defamation case. She also has a case for $83 million that Trump is also taking to the Supreme Court. But the Supreme Court refused to take the case, so Trump had to pay $5.6 million. And it looks like Trump may have to pay $83 million to her for what he called her, because his mouth doesn't quit.
Well,
and it's going to cost him $83 million.
Oh man. Yeah, sometimes you got to be careful what you say and how you say it. So.
And I may agree with what Trump's doing sometimes, but I do not agree with the way he goes about talking about it.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. Now, here's one. This is understandable but sad. Transmigration to blue states is becoming a budget crisis. Trans people are moving out of red states and moving to blue states. And they're coming by the hundreds of thousands. And Seattle and Portland are having a very hard time taking them all in.
Wow. Interesting.
They don't feel safe in red states.
Oh man. But it's you gotta, I don't know. I don't know that, I guess it makes sense. I mean, you gotta feel comfortable, but boy, I don't know. I don't know if I would uproot myself. I guess I might if I was in need of living.
Well, if you're a furry, I don't understand furries and I don't understand trans. I'm a white 70-year-old man who didn't have to deal with this his whole life. But if you don't feel safe, you should move somewhere where you feel safe.
Right, I agree with that. And there are some places that are a bit radical over having them around, and you should feel safe wherever you got to be safe where you're, especially when there's places that are as bad as some of those places are. I mean, some of those, like Texas, probably is not a good place to be trans, or probably not a good place.
Or Florida.
Yeah. Well, Florida, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the politics are or the feelings are down in Florida, but any redneck.
Well, if you live in Dade County and you live in Miami, I think it's fine. But if you get to the rural areas of Florida, I don't think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's a bad situation.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad to me that people have to do that in this country.
I agree with that.
Daylight saving time, it may become law.
What do you mean it may become
that
law?
we don't switch.
I would love that. I mean, that would be great. I would love to have one. We don't need it. I mean, if you don't know what time it is, I mean, if you don't know, if you're a farmer, you know what it is, and that was the real reason to have it, is back in those days. And
give farmers more daylight.
And they'll still have more daylight. Just switch it around on your watch. I mean, geez, you know the difference. I mean, back in the day, we probably didn't even have all those clocks. People weren't wearing watches and stuff like that, and I don't know. I just think it's crazy. I think it's stupid to drag that out. But what do I know? What about the ICE agent? Did you talk about that one yet?
No, let's do that right now.
About an ICE agent fatally shoots a Mexican citizen, Lorenzo Sagado Araujo, earlier this week during a traffic stop in Houston. ICE alleges that he was living in the U.S. illegally. He evaded arrest and rammed the agent's vehicle. Critics call for an independent investigation. Is he the guy that they find? What was the answer to that? ICE agent shoots a man. Yeah, I think there was something that it says here a Mexican national was killed while evading arrest amid calls for an independent review for evidence. Now, from what I understand, that isn't the way it really was. Wasn't there some controversy on that?
Yeah, the officer that shot claims it was in self-defense.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah, it says...
and Democrats and Latino groups and the president of Mexico doesn't believe that.
Yeah.
She is suing in the United States about the way that ICE, all the detainees that have died in ICE custody. There must be a significant number that have died in ICE custody. And she's getting involved. I think it's none of her business, but, you know, there shouldn't be anybody dying in ICE custody.
It says here, the Department of Homeland Security has said that Salgado Araujo was in the United States illegally while his son, Ronaldo, told reporters that he had been in the process of obtaining an official work permit. My father did not deserve this. Local resident Juliet Martinez said that she took a video of the scene as she drove past it on Tuesday, saying it depicted a bloody man groaning in pain lying on the ground handcuffed. So
he was shot in his stomach and died.
Wow. ICE surge has led to at least 8 deaths. This is the eighth officer involved in shooting from ICE since the second administration of the President Donald Trump, with the victims including at least 2 U.S. citizens. Trump has funneled significant resources into the surge of ICE activity, including a mass hiring drive that critics have said fails to adequately train new officers. Oh, man. Jeez.
And that is, look, I'm for getting the criminals out.
Yes.
But they did do a surge of hiring, and they shortened the training to get them in the field.
Right.
The critics are correct that they're not trained as well as they used to be.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's bad. Also, we got the Trump International Airport in Palm Beach officially changing its name to the President Donald J. Trump International Airport.
You do that after they leave office.
Yeah, I know, or when they're dead. I don't think it's a good thing to just, that's one thing that really bothers me about him is his ego. These are things that, I'm surprised we don't have a holiday named after him already. But, I'm sure he'll make sure that gets done before he gets out of office.
Well, he was at NATO. I didn't do a story on this, but he just went to NATO. And Erdogan, who is Turkey's president, wined and dined him like he was a king. Mm. And Trump ate it up.
Oh, yeah.
He ate it up. They know how to appeal to his ego.
Yeah.
And Erdogan got what he wanted. He wanted F-35s. And he got F-35s coming to him.
Jeez.
That's what he wanted. The top plane in the world. He wanted them. And we didn't give it to him because they have Russian air defense systems that if they turned on both at the same time, the air defense system would eventually figure out how to defeat the F-35. And so for years, they've been blocked out of getting F-35s. Trump gave them F-35s because he was wined and dined like a king.
Right. Jeez. Well, Republicans...
Planter, you want to talk about Planter?
Talk about what?
Maine senator?
Oh, sure.
You got something else? Finish. Go.
Well, no, I was just going to say I had this article about Republicans questioning Trump's fitness to serve at 80.
Well, he's made some gaffes. Not as bad as Biden, but he has, yeah.
It says here, a new poll reveals deep Republican division over President Trump's fitness to serve at 80. More than 1/3 of the GOP voters believing the president demands a younger leader presidency. The findings expose growing concern with his own party about age and health questions as Trump continues his second term. Daily Mail and JL Partners polling shows 38% of Republican supporters think the job requires someone younger than 80, and the data spills further. 11% believe Trump should resign before completing his term, while 27% consider him too old but want him to finish serving. Just 51% of GOP voters maintain he's not too old, despite Trump holding the record as the oldest president ever inaugurated. I'll tell you, one thing I will tell you, though, and you and I both agree on this, the guy works. He works all day and all night. I don't know if he sleeps, but he works a lot.
He sleeps less than 5 hours a night.
Yeah, and it says here, Democratic voters express stronger skepticism, with 59% saying Trump is too old and should step down immediately. It's funny, they didn't say that about Biden.
Yeah.
But another 22% of Democrats view him as too old but believe he should complete his term. While combining both parties, 38% of all voters represent the largest single group thinking Trump should resign due to age concerns. I haven't seen anything that show that he's any different than he was when he went in. So I can't really, I mean, with Biden, we had an actual thing we could point at and say, hey, this shows, where his mind was or wasn't. We don't see that with Trump. Is still Trump. Trump is still doing the same stuff that Trump has done. So, it does, what's it say? Trump visited Walter Reed Hospital 3 times during his first 13 months back in office. Unusually high frequency fuels speculation about undisclosed health issues. Observers have documented visible bruises on both hands, which his staff reportedly covers with heavy makeup applications. Additional visible concerns include a neck rash, unsteady walking patterns, swollen ankles, and instances of falling asleep during official meetings. Well, I would imagine those meetings are fairly boring. Medical sources attribute his ankle swelling to chronic venous insufficiency, a common condition with elderly individuals causing blood to pool in the lower legs. His most recent Walter Reed physical revealed increases in both weight and heart rate. Following that examination, Trump posted in Truth Social claiming everything checked out perfectly and thanking the medical staff. Trust Gap, it says here, a separate Quinnipiac poll from June demonstrates widespread public skepticism toward official health disclosures. 59% of American voters believe the White House withholds complete information about Trump's medical condition. This trust deficit persists despite repeated assurances from Trump and his aides that he maintains excellent health. The president also made multiple trips to Florida for what officials describe as dental appointments, though details remain undisclosed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do I have any concerns? Not any more than
I don't have any concerns yet.
Yeah, not any more than any other president that's been in there. I mean, Biden showed
He's got 2.5 years.
Yeah, I don't think anything's going to be anything's pressing in 2.5 years. So, but I could be wrong. We could both be wrong about that. And I think that to uproot him would be a bigger problem, because by the person that follows him would have to, by the time they get it all said and done, it's going to be over anyway. By the time it gets approved and all that stuff. Okay, then there was a, I don't know if this is the same story. I want to check to see who the, federal authorities have issued conflicting accounts about the fatal shooting by Immigration and Customs Enforcement officer in Maine, with the Department of Homeland Security reversing its explanation about whether the victim was subject of a warrant. The contradictory statements emerged after hours of official silence following the deadly encounter. So, did you hear about this?
Yeah.
They originally said that the victim, it's quite a bit different from what they said. It says here, initially King stated the man was the target of a warrant based on his discussion with Mullen. However, after speaking with the DHS secretary, King's office issued a clarification stating the victim was not the warrant target. The department justified the shooting by claiming the officer acted while fearing for the public safety, although details about the specific threat remain unclear. So, yeah, that's kind of, if indeed that is the case, there could be consequences, or should be consequences.
Well, there are bad things happen to people all the time, and there shouldn't be these deaths. There just shouldn't. I just don't. First of all, look at it politically. These deaths have done nothing to help DHS.
Right. Yep, I agree with that.
If Trump would have just stuck with getting the bad people out, he'd be a lot further along.
Yes, I agree with that too. Because I don't think there's anybody that would argue that the bad people should be here. Or should not be.
Well, the Democratic Party has gone so far that some would say that the vast majority of Americans wanted the bad people out of here. And if they'd have just gone after the bad people,
yeah.
I just think Trump would be avoiding all this crap he's in.
Do we talk about the Maine campaign?
No, Planter has withdrawn from the race. And they have until July 27th to name a replacement.
13th.
He had a withdrawal by the day, yesterday.
Okay.
But they have until the 27th to name a replacement to be on the ballot.
Okay. And what...
Do you know why he resigned?
I think it had something to do with Nazis.
That was the one thing, but that's not the reason.
Let me see here. It says largest it says still it was beset by scandals, including the revolution of the Nazi tattoo, and a physical assault allegation. Is that?
Yeah, he has been charged with rape.
Oh, okay.
Now, he was charged. Not charged, accused. He was accused of being...
Oh, there it is. Okay. I found it.
He was accused by a Republican operative of being not a rapist, but a pig. And because it was a Republican operative, the Democratic Party ignored it.
Here it
but
is.
then a progressive operative came out and said that he forcibly raped her. He was so drunk, he wouldn't take no for an answer, and he raped her. He's been accused by a number of women of being a pig, just an absolute pig. And they picked the wrong guy to run.
Wow.
He was an oyster farmer, and they thought he was a man of the ground, and he looked great for a Republican Party, Democratic Party. And it turns out the oyster farmer only had one buyer for his oysters, and that was his mother.
Wow. Jeez. That's insane.
So he's out. Now there's a problem of who is going to replace him.
Wow.
It's a very winnable seat. But they got to get somebody good.
But it's Maine. I can't imagine that being worth a whole lot. I don't know. But yeah, that's weird. I didn't read the whole thing. Now that I'm reading, I'm thinking, wow, this guy is a real winner here. Yeah.
Oh, and he was sexting while he had his new wife. He just had a new wife, and he's sexting 13 different women.
Jeez. What in the world? That's crazy. Wow. All right. What else you got?
He can't keep it in his pants.
I guess.
I'd like to talk about democratic socialism, but we don't have time.
Sure we do.
So, well,
I mean, if
the
you
Democratic Party is going communist.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've seen that. Says, dang, Trump is 80. Did not know that. Yeah, he's up there. He's, I didn't think he was a day over 79, but you never know. And he keeps going. The guy keeps. I've never seen a guy a third his age work as hard. I can tell you that. Not that I agree with everything he's working on, but he's definitely a hard worker. I wish more people were hard workers like that, but not necessarily for the things that he's good at. But
well, he's speaking to the country on Thursday night.
Yeah.
We'll see what he has to say. Venezuela, do you remember the 2 earthquakes?
Yes, I actually might have an article. I'm trying to remember if I saved that article or not. Let me look here. Let's see. There was an article I even saw today that I did catch it. Okay, I did grab, here we go. All right, there we go. A spirit of resilience helps Venezuelans face healthcare challenges after the quakes.
Well, the death toll right now, as of today, stands at 4,561. Injured is 16,740.
Jeez.
There's been 18,000 people displaced from their homes.
Wow.
There's 18,000 people missing.
Yep, there it is, 18,000. It says 3,535 dead, with thousands more missing, 16,700 injured. Yep, that's what you were saying, with an estimated 18,000 now homeless. Wow. Could you imagine? That's wow. We're now seeing diarrhea.
They rescued 6,462 people so far.
Wow.
The death toll is going to go up because there's 18,000 people missing still.
Yeah.
And they're not surviving that one.
Jeez. And wasn't it multiple? There was more. It was like a couple earthquakes, right?
There was a 7.2, and within a few minutes, there was a 7.5.
Jeez. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
New York imposed for the first time in the nation a statewide freeze on hyperscale data centers.
Yeah, good.
They put a freeze on them.
Good.
500 small business owners and more than 100 environmental and community organizations lobbied for the passing, citing threats to New York's affordability and environmental health from the data center expansions.
Wow.
They're all going to go to red states.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do. New York City bans tech firms from using subscription traps. In other words, Ben Donnie said, if you're going to operate in New York City, you have to have it. It's just as easy to unsubscribe as it was to subscribe. And I agree with that. I don't agree. Mondani's a communist, so I don't agree with him much, but I agree with him on this. It's a trap. Some of these places, you have to go through multiple hoops to unsubscribe from their service.
Yes. Some places you can't even find a place to unsubscribe.
You have to go to the bank and get them to do stop payments to get it to stop.
Jeez.
So I agree with Bendani on that. Data centers, right? From Alphabet, Amazon.com, Meta platforms, Microsoft, and Oracle may spend as much as $725 billion this year on AI infrastructure.
Wow.
And they're pulling money from software. IBM has lost money, and this is my family is heavily invested in IBM, so this kind of hurts us. It's because it's squeezing money from software because everything's going to these data centers.
Yeah. Everything's AI too, and everybody
Everything's
wants
AI.
It's crazy. Wow.
The new ChatGPT voice mode explained real-time conversations, translations, and AI assistance without typing. You no longer, with the new ChatGPT, you no longer have to type in anything. It'll just carry on the conversation with you.
Actually, I had this article here about OpenAI, most capable AI model ever, ChatGPT 5.6 to the public after the Trump administration delayed the rollout over cybersecurity concerns. The government has approved today's release following the additional testing. That's probably the one you're talking about. Yeah, there it says. It says after the White House got involved. So
that's it.
Yeah.
They're worried because there's a court case right now about a man who was told to commit suicide by a chatbot.
Yeah, but if you're, the thing is, if you, that'd be like if you went to a bar and someone said you ought to just kill yourself. It's no different. It's really not. I mean, if you're that unstable that something like that's going to make you kill yourself, it doesn't matter if you're in a bar or on a computer. It's just that person is still not able to think straight, and you can't blame that.
People, I understand what you're saying, Mike, but what they want is they want ChatGPT to be able to make a phone call.
Oh, well, that would be interesting. That could be interesting.
If someone starts talking about suicide, they want these advanced AI-generated models to make phone calls.
The problem with that is that you're getting into a privacy thing now. And yes, okay, that would be good, but what would stop that from being other things that you're, working and it develops, you come up with a new way for your company to make money, and maybe somebody will send a bug into your ChatGPT that'll broadcast it to their business too. Or I think that's a really that's slippery. Yes, that's real
Guess
slippery.
who's using AI the most right now? Terrorists.
Yeah, I believe that.
And armies. They're using AI. AI is helping them build better bombs. It's helping them design better terrorist attacks.
And the thing is, if you try to disable that through, say, a government thing, that's not going to stop the bad guys from doing it. It's not going to stop the bad guys from hacking that and getting it to do it anyway. You know, you're just, you know, I think that they're getting a little, I mean, I realize they're trying to prevent problems, but there are only, it's like if you tell people they can't have guns, then only the bad guys have guns. Well, if you disable that on ChatGTP, then only the bad guys will have that to work against you, and you can't counter it because you don't have that on your computer or whatever. You know, that's the problem when they start regulating things that aren't regulated everywhere and can't be changed back so that you have it and I don't. Therefore, you have an advantage over what I can do. I think that's a bad thing. I think that's. I understand the concerns, but I also see the bigger picture of how that could hurt everyone if only half the people have that model that can do that, and the rest of the people don't have it. So then the one person can make better bombs, and the other person has no way to defend themselves.
Well, I agree with you, Mike. I don't disagree. I don't
know the answer.
Saying that it's scaring people.
Yeah. I don't.
These advanced models are beyond what anybody thought they'd be this quick.
And genie's out of the bottle. You know, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. So that's the problem. Now, if you're talking about, here's something that I found that was really interesting. A scientist created a robot that swims and breaks through the water surface and soars like a bird, like a diving bird. This is like, it potentially, you know, this is kind of weird, but you know, it could lead us to a new class of aerial aquatic vehicles and for exploration. It's kind of cool.
Wow.
I mean, I never would have thought of that. I don't have a real need to do all that, but it's cool that we could actually do that. And you know that's going to be AI controlled, I would imagine. And it's only, I mean, think about it. There's like I had talked about getting a robot when they come available on Tesla's robots, but they can't do this. They might be able to do that by the time they release it, but it's just really cool that, you know.
Speaking about robots, how is your mower?
I haven't had it. I did find out that I did have all the parts. I found the other parts the other day because I had to cut the grass, and I cut it by hand again because I just didn't have time to mess with the mower. I wanted to get the grass cut because it was just getting a little too long for the dogs. But I do have all the parts to put it together now, so I'm hoping that, let's see, Saturday and Sunday I'm going to be home, so I'm hoping to actually get it working this weekend. It looks really cool. I mean, I'm telling you, if this thing does what it's supposed to do, I'm no longer going to have to worry about, it'd be cool to be able to cut the grass with the mower, with the robot mower, but be able to do that while I'm trimming the bushes and stuff like that. That's the ultimate goal, because then I can do two things at once. And that's the ultimate goal, is that I want to be able to do that. So far it looks really good. It's really well built. When I see you here in August, I'll show it to you. It's really cool. So it's still a little too expensive though for the basic person. When you can buy a lawnmower for $250 or whatever, you can't buy a robotic one for that. I mean, the one I bought, it was normally $1,800. Now I got a lot off. I got it for $1,300. But and oh, here's, so when I'm putting it together, I don't think I told you this story, but if I did, stop me. But when I went to put it together, it had a really thick manual and it had a quick start manual. Now, obviously, I'm going to try the quick start manual first. So I'm looking at the quick start manual, and it says you got to build the base. So it gives you a bunch of screws and stuff, and it had 8 black screws, and it had 16 silver screws, and the silver screws were small and had a washer on them. The black screws were a little bit longer, but you could tell that they They were the kind of screws you would use in wood, where you didn't have to have them already. It didn't have a, it would make sense to use the black screws on the plastic. So I put them in, and I thought, I hope that I put it in the right ones, because it didn't tell you which ones to put in. So I put in the black ones into the base, and then it was so hot I decided I was going to take a break, went inside, and I dug out the manual, the big manual, and it said the black screws are for the mower blades, and the silver screws are for the base. And I looked at that and I said, they didn't look like self-tapping screws. I don't think that's right. So I went out to the unit and I turned the unit upside down. I turned it upside down and looked under the mower, and sure enough, the silver screws were putting the blades on. So they lied. It's not. I did the right thing. And they give you, there's only 6 spaces, by the way, and they gave you 8 screws. And that made more sense to me than 6 spaces and 16 screws. So I kind of looked at it and I thought, okay, they didn't say that right in the instructions, so I'm glad I didn't follow the instructions since they aren't correct. That's what happens when you buy Chinese stuff. They don't know English.
They don't know English.
So.
Hey, the EU tells Instagram and Facebook to change addictive features or risk fines. The features that they're talking about are, let me find it here. I had it. Infinite scrolling, autoplay, and recommendation algorithms.
See, I have autoplay turned off.
That is, those 3 things are the addictive things.
I have autoplay turned off on YouTube, except when I'm driving my car and I listen to YouTube music, because I want it to autoplay on music. But in everyday thing, I don't want to play it video after video. And one thing that would be interesting is if they went to Temu and said, you have to turn off all these special deals that pop up as you're doing it. Like I get emails from Temu saying you get $300 back if you spend $50 and things like that, which you never get. You don't get it back. They're lying. So, I kind of don't like the fact that they keep doing that. And, you have to buy, the $300 that you get back, you got to buy like $3,000 worth of stuff to get your $300 back, whatever, or something like that. It's just really not really true. So I don't like, I think that's one thing that I would like change. But the scrolling, you know what? It's like smoking cigarettes. You have your choice to do it, and whether or not you choose to do it, shame on you if you can't. I mean, although I will tell you, while I was off Facebook, it was weird how much time I had extra. When they suspended me, I had a lot of time. So, I understand the need for it, and I guess.
Well, I know that I'm not on YouTube much on Wednesdays. It's amazing what I can get done.
Yeah, when you turn the stuff off. But usually I have it playing on in the background when I'm working on the show and stuff. It's just sometimes it's a nice little break to stop and look and see. And I look for videos that are I look for really different videos sometimes, and then sometimes I just look for, like, I've been looking at UFO videos lately because I'm just really amazed that there are so many UFO videos, and it's kind of like cars. Why is it that UFOs doesn't have any standard way? You do have the saucers, but you also have these weird ones that are like upright, that are like a giant cup flying sideways, and you think, well, wait a minute, that looks like a cup, and it's just sitting, it's flying horizontally or vertical, horizontally, and then there's some that fly vertically, and it's like, it doesn't seem like it would be very economically engineered, just, I don't know. Some of these things just amaze me, but I've recently been... Do
you have anything on the 4th batch of UFO files being released?
I started watching them. So, yeah, I've seen them. I think that's the one I watched, one of the ones I watched. So, yeah, I'm still, some of them I can see, I mean, like the saucers. The saucers have been around forever. But maybe there's like Teslas, like there's guys out there that have a lot of extra money, so they have these really special weird ones. And then there's some that are, economical, so they're the ones that we see the most of. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. It's really weird to have all these. I never had to worry about that, so I just always blew all this stuff off. But there's so many, and there's so many that look like they could be real. They could possibly be the real thing, and I can't believe that many people are out there making them up, and that many people that have that much time on their hands that they can make these ones that aren't real. I don't know. I'm having a hard time with this.
Well, I'm fascinated by it, but I have not seen any of the new release batch yet.
I've seen a lot of really ones from 2026 that have been released. I mean, these are really recent ones that have been, these are not the ones that the government released, but some of these are, I think I saw the ones that the government released too, but the ones that people have released that are actually like 2 weeks old. And man, they look like they could be real. I can't imagine. I mean, some of these are coming from third world countries, so it blows me away because I can't understand why. I can't. And why are they coming here? Are we like a tourist attraction? Are we like go see the zoo? Are all these worlds coming to see us for that reason? They're paying big money to come see our world, and they're.
That's the going theory at the moment, that we're the zoo.
I'm thinking that's the case. It's weird because there's so many different ones. There's not one standard vehicle I've seen. There are many different kinds, and some of them are upright, like standing like upright, and it does not make sense to me. I don't know. I'm perplexed by it because I want to believe that it's not real, but then part of me wants to believe that it is real, because if they wanted to kill us, if they wanted to destroy us, they could have done it by now. They've got the technology. If they're real, they have the technology. They could do it, but they're not. So I think that we're like a zoo. If it's real, we're like a zoo.
First time on your show, I talked about 19 theories of why we haven't contacted anybody yet, haven't found any other intelligent life. The most predominant one today is the zoo theory. And
it happens more than ever, or at least it's more prevalent than ever.
Prevalent today.
Could be just because there's more iPhones and there's more ways to record it than it's ever been. But some of these are like right off the Ring camera. Like, that blows me away. Because how do you fake it off of a Ring camera? It's really weird to think that this might be real and that we may not be the smartest things out there. So, I don't know. I guess we're going to eventually find out. Hopefully it's during my lifetime.
We'll eventually find out.
And hopefully they're not coming here to kill us, because they could have killed us by now. Because they've been coming here. I watched one on a documentary on one of the guys that worked at Roswell and was there when it happened. And he's dead now, but they did a special on him. And it was just so weird to think about. These guys are speaking with conviction. And it's so weird to think that they may have actually had bodies and stuff like that. This might really have happened. I mean, usually I think, they're just making things up, but I'm starting to doubt my own theories, so it might be real. I don't know. So it's kind of exciting and scary at the same time. So, but like I said, if they wanted to kill us, they would have killed us. They've got the technology. They could do it, I think. And we're so far behind on technology, we couldn't have enough rockets or anything to get back at to stop them. We're just sitting ducks as much as that goes. So, and speaking of which, Jeff Bezos Blue Origin aims to secure a $10 billion at $10 billion at $130 billion valuation in the 25-year-old rocket company's first private capital raise. So I don't know if you saw that or not.
Blue Origin needs a lot of help. They had this big accident, and they need help. They need the money because Musk and SpaceX is so far ahead of them.
Well, I mean, I think everybody should just do something with SpaceX and make it and be done with it. That's poor money. Let's do it. I mean, if we're going to do this, we should give it to Musk because he's doing it right. You know, he's making.
Speaking of Musk, the launch 13 is going to happen on Thursday night between 5:45 and 7 o'clock. That's the window, and it's supposed to be the next step to land the actual starship in the monster arms of the tower.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I admire him so much. I mean, the guy has all the money in the world, and and what's he do with it? I would just sit on. If I had that kind of money, I would have parties every night, and and I would have concerts, and I would just I'd have a fun time with it. But he's taking that money and he's turning it into things to research for health, for exploration. I mean, the guy, he doesn't need to do any of that. I mean, he could sit. Oh, I mean, he does have a lot of kids, but but he's got enough money that he doesn't have to do any of it. I admire the guy.
He takes care of his kids financially, but he's not a father.
Yeah, and he look what he does. I mean, the things he's doing with neuro stuff and
neuro implants.
Yeah, I mean, that to me is. He's paving ways for people to live a normal life that have never lived normal lives. And with these self-driving cars, I mean, he's helping people like me and you so that we can be out and independent when we can't drive. So think about that. That in itself, I mean, I love the idea of not having to rely on someone else, and that I can take and just be able to drive or ride around wherever I want, and I don't have to ask anyone for a ride, or don't have to get an Uber, or don't have to ask a friend to take me somewhere. You know, to me that's independence. That's the real reason I bought a Tesla, because I'm getting older. I know that my reflexes aren't as good as they used to be. I know that my memory is not as good. I know that when I was a kid, I could drive and never have to worry about it. But now, when I was driving back and forth to North Carolina or South Carolina and Florida and Georgia, I could do that easily when I was younger, but it got a lot harder as I got older. And it's nice to know that I just say I want to go there, and it takes me there. And I, even though I still have to watch the road, and it still pays attention. If I start to fall asleep, it beeps me and tells me. But the thing is, I'm independent, and I can still be independent. You know, there's a lot of people that cannot. They have to rely on other people to get to doctor's appointments and all that stuff. I'm going to be good. So, and the self-driving just keeps getting better and better. And you know, I think that it's great for people like me as I get older, that I'm not going to be stuck at home when I need to go out. So I'm still not at a point where I have to worry about it, but it's nice to know that I don't have, like when I go back and forth to New Jersey, if I'm tired, it's great that I have self-driving. Because after a long day, when I have a 3-hour drive, 4-hour drive, 10-hour drive, whatever it is, I'm going to get back and forth, and I'm going to make it to wherever I want to go. So I believe that he sees that as the future too. So that's one of the things he sees. And he just is going to keep doing the right thing and taking care of everybody.
I got one more thing for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
You have found your calling, haven't you?
I don't know.
Your purpose in life, the things you do the best, have fun with.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel that, I think that I don't have just one, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, people that have their calling have high human flourishing. 54% of people that have found their calling. Now, calling is a Christian term.
Yeah.
But they find satisfaction in life. If you haven't found your calling, you have low human flourishing.
Well, I can tell you that I have never, with all the crap that's gone on in my life in the past, and all the good things that have gone on with me in the past, I've never had a higher satisfaction for daily life that I have than I have now. I think that this is the best part of my. I thought the best part of my life was going to be in my 40s, and I thought I had a pretty good. I mean, crappy things happened to me throughout my whole life, like everybody else's. But in all honesty, I think that I'm living my best life right now, and I think it's better. I mean, I would love to be in better health, and I would love to have my knees not hurt and my back not hurt every day, but in honesty, I don't know what I'd ask for if someone, I mean, I've got everything that I could ever ask for, really. I mean, you could ask for billions of dollars. You could ask for a bigger house or more land or something but I don't need any of that. I found that happiness is not any of that stuff. So I feel that I'm living my best life as I am right now.
I'm having more fun now than I did when I was working.
That's because you're working with me.
That's because I'm working with you. And trash talking radio, it's the highlight of my week.
Oh, I don't know if that's it, but but you know, I understand that, and you know, it's really awesome that you and I both feel that way, and I feel that many people as they get older. I mean, remember when I said how old I'd be when I died?
50-something.
50 was the number. And you know what? It's all, you know, right now I feel like it's all just, it's a gimme now. Everything's like, I don't care. I used to be terrified because my dad died at such a young age that I was going to die at 50. And when I didn't die at 50, I thought, okay, I'm going to die at 51. I'm going to die at 52, 53. And then when Pam died, I thought, what do I have to live for? You know, life sucks because the person I counted on was gone. And when Ken died, man, it was just like the other guy that believed in me was gone. And I thought, what am I going to do now? And I didn't throw my hands up and say, I'm done. I threw my hands up and said, okay, what am I going to do now? What's my next thing? What is going to keep me happy? Because, I mean, those were the people that kept me happy. And then when I just saw the world kept turning, I said, okay, I'm going to ride this one as long as I can. And you know what? I don't think about dying anymore. I don't. I really don't. I don't think anything about dying. And I'm happier now that I've given that up. It's nice to not be thinking about that stuff. If I had only had thought about not thinking about that stuff before, you know, I wasted a big piece of my life about that. And I wasted a big piece of my life being distraught about people I've lost, and was unable to see the other stuff. And now I see all the other stuff. I mean, I wish they were still here. I wish all those people that I lost, I would have loved to see my dad's face when I was working wrestling on a regular basis, and knowing that that was the one thing that we bonded over. I thought, how cool would it be if I came out as the bad guy, and my dad would have seen me as a bad guy. I just would have been funny, because he always believed that the good guys were the only ones that, and he believed that the championship matches were the only thing that you knew were real, because you were fighting to keep that belt, trying to win that belt was a big thing. If only he had known the real reality of the wrestling business. It was just kind of funny. So I don't know. I really think that if I ever do see him again, he's going to give me the hardest time, because I was a heel most of my life. So, but I think that my life is really, really good, and I really can't complain about anything. So I'm really happy with everything.
One last thing. This is what they found in this survey. It's a Christian survey now.
Okay.
Those who are engaged with Scripture on a regular basis report the highest level of satisfaction in their life, 7.4 out of 10.
Okay.
Whereas people that are not engaged, this is Christian now,
okay,
are not engaged with Scripture on a regular basis report the lowest, 5.4%.
Okay, I could see that. And for me, it's like I may not be reading Scripture every day, but I am praying every day, and I am thinking about things every day, and I speak to my higher power every day and multiple times a day. And a lot of times I haven't really felt that I need a guidance per se, but sometimes I ask, what should I be doing? What would be, and then I ask, of course, for forgiveness for things that I did to screw up and stuff like that. So I mean, I believe that. And the thing is, that when you have a higher power, whether it be God, Allah, whatever it is, and you're actually feel like you're following what they would do, or maybe not following, but thinking about, would they approve or not, or would, or wouldn't they? I mean, I think that's really a part of a lot of it.
For the Christian God, you find out by reading the Bible.
Yeah.
What they approve of and what they don't approve of.
I think that it's a lot of it, truly, honestly, is common sense. A lot of it is common sense. Thou should
we're
not
lacking
kill.
in common sense on this planet.
Well, that's true. That's true. But I mean, I think if you sit down and you think about it, what would you do if you were Jesus? Or pick your Savior, whoever it is that you believe in. What would you do? I mean, you wouldn't use your power for evil. You would use your power for good. And how would you do that? Well, teach people how to live. I mean, you realize that the biggest thing with, I'm going to talk about me specifically, because I'm the only one I know. I know me better than I know anybody else. But I mean, it really pertains to all of us. But to me, let's use me as an example. I came from a family that my mother went to church when she felt like it with my grandmother. She didn't want me to go to church for some reason. I don't know what it was, whether she was embarrassed or just didn't want to be bothered with me, but she discouraged me from going to church. It didn't stop me from believing in Jesus or believing in God or whoever you want to insert name here. But because I always believed from the day that I was a little kid, I believed in a higher power. But the thing that we never learn, or we haven't, I didn't learn till a later time in life, was how to live. What's the right thing to do? I'm socially awkward. I'm still socially awkward to a certain degree, to a fairly certain degree. But it took me a long time to accept myself, and it took me a long time to believe that I was okay, that I was an okay person. And it took me a really long time to actually get out there and do something, because I wasn't taught how to do something. The thing we got to teach in schools that we don't teach in schools is how, okay, you can learn math, you can learn reading and all that stuff, but that doesn't teach us how to live. And that's the biggest thing. I didn't know how to live. I didn't know what the right thing was, how to not be socially awkward, how to not do the wrong thing. I mean, obviously, killing, stealing, that was always something that I didn't really want to do. But that doesn't teach us how to socialize, how to be part of other people's lives. And I was not good at it. You know me from a young age. You know I was very awkward, and to the point where I was even probably trying too hard to be part of the group or part of a group. So the biggest thing that I think should be taught is social things on how to be part of a group, how to be part of, how to be a leader too, and how to be one of the things I learned from you was you were a leader from an early age, and one of the things that I was always admiring you from was, like, in college you went into the government, our government stuff, and I admired how you would take a position on something and you stuck with that position, right or wrong, you stuck with that position, and you didn't have a problem standing up and being who you felt was right. See, I would have caved at that point. I may not have caved now, but I would have caved at that point. And because I didn't want conflict and I didn't know how to handle conflict. That's something we should teach people, is how to handle conflict, how to be able to be in a conversation and not say, you stupid idiot, but be logical about how you talk about things. That's one of the things that I've always admired about you, is you could take a conversation and sound, whether or not you knew what you were talking about, by the way, you could sound like you knew what you were talking about. And that's something that I think was something I was missing, and it took me a long time to find that part of me. And to find, now I found something also, that knowing when to realize that you weren't going to win that conversation because the person was closed-minded and wouldn't listen anyway. But those are all things I think should be taught in school that aren't really taught in school. And it should be taught from an earlier age than you should be taught right along with math and reading and stuff like that. You should be teaching values and teaching how to handle conversations and how to handle conflict, because that's something that we aren't taught. So that's my opinion.
Well, Mike, I can tell you that you might have been a little awkward, but you fit in our group really well.
Well, that's probably because I was quiet for those, because a lot of the times I was absorbing everybody's input and how people talk to people. Because till at that point, when I came over to college, I had no friends. When I left high school, no one missed me because I had no friends. I had 0 friends, and it was very awkward. My brother taught me how to be lost, and he had his friends attack me and stuff like that, physically attack me at times, and I find that out in the later years. But I mean, I had no self-esteem. I had no belief that I knew what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't believe in myself. I knew there was something for me out there. I just didn't know what it was, and I hoped that it was music. And it turned out music was my best friend and has been my best friend for a very, very long time. And it kept me believing that I had something to offer, but I had to fake my way through it until I figured out how to do it. So, and I mean, I'm glad that you feel that I fit in, but everything I learned from watching other people and watching people's success, watching people's failures, trying to determine what worked and what didn't work. And I learned from I wish there were courses I could have taken, but I am glad that I learned what I did, and I'm glad that things worked in the way that they worked, because I'm here. I'm still here today. So I'm very happy about that. Oh, by the way, I'm playing I believe I'm going to be playing the Doyle while you're here. The Doyle Hotel.
Cool.
I think that week, because I think August. Oh, maybe not. You may be gone by then. Wait a minute. Let me look at my schedule here, because it's we just got booked for a show. I'll look here and see what is the date of that. That is August. No, you'll probably be gone 8/15. We're going to be at the Doyle in Duncan.
I'm driving back that day.
You ought to wait a day. Yeah, it's going to be a good show. It'll be fun. So, one of these days you're going to get to see my band play. All right. So, oh wow, time flies. Let's see what I got here. I think I finished all the stuff I had for you, because I had a couple things that were in your category that I made sure I said about. Okay, let me see what I got here. You said about the Pentagon releasing the new UFO stuff. I do have that. Let's see. Plus, there's a UFO website by the government. Let me see if I got this. Let's see what this is. I didn't look at it yet. No, not found. Well, that was good. The government took it back. They were giving it to us and taking it back. Here we are. UFO releases a new batch of UFO files. Pentagon releases new batch of UFO files. Unlike anything I'd ever seen. They're one of the ones I was talking about that is a weird shape. That's kind of weird to think. They have a couple that are upright like that, but that one's more of a realistic one. But some of these look like giant cucumbers up that are standing on their ends. It's really strange. And let's see here. Here's one. There's a lot of these that are looking like silver balls. Those are those I'm suspect of, though, because I mean, there's a lot of those. We see a lot of those in different places. Here's another one that kind of looks. Wait a minute. Is this? I don't think I saw this one. That one looks like it's part of a ship that we're. I don't know. That one doesn't look like anything other than unless there's more coming. It's weird seeing all these different types of vehicles. A lot of them look like these, and it just amazes me. But some of the ones that I saw definitely freak me out, because, like, I keep thinking, how could they have so many? But then we have so many different cars and stuff. Wait a minute, hold on here. I want to go back to look at my history. Because I know I was looking at some recently. Come on, let's go. Okay, Bonnie Tyler, there's okay, Oak Island. Where was that one? Where were we? I mean, there's there's certainly a lot of them on there. This was really interesting. I'm going to turn the volume off so that we don't hear things. But there are some interesting ones that I saw. This was, I mean, oh, wait a minute, hold on here. I got to go on and on and on. Probably get in trouble for some of this stuff, but like August 31st, 2023, there was one. That doesn't really tell me anything because that looks really distorted. But take a look at some of these. Some of these, like that thing that flew, like, here it comes. I mean, who knows what that is? But it's really interesting to me that they have the weirdest ones are some of the bigger ones. There look like some kind of like blimp. Where's it at? It's gone. Wait, there. Look at that. I mean, it's a shame we don't have high definition cameras in our expensive multi-billion-dollar planes. But this one here is flying like crazy. Look at these. Then there's the ones that are a little bit smaller that are still, they got them boxed so that we can see them. Some of these just are amazing to me that, and they're filmed from drones and stuff like that. So, you know, some of these things, I want to see if I can find that one. That one was really interesting. Let's see here. 2023. There. Look at that. What? Oh no, that's nothing. That's a plane. Wait a minute. Hold on. We could do a whole show on just UFOs one of these days. But these things are like so small. Some of them are really small, and then there's really big ones that show up too that are pretty cool. That one's 2014, but they're showing with this infrared and all that, and they're showing these things that are circling the plane. This is 2024. See these little things coming flying. Now look at these are like standing upright. See, these things are weird. North Carolina, 2022. This over here, I think, is one. These things here. This is something I don't understand. Looks like a torpedo out of control. So, like, it's long. So, I mean, it's just so weird to think about all these different things that we never would have even thought about, but they're out there. They're out there somewhere, and they're doing a lot of stuff. So, anyway, so those are going. Those are out there. This is interesting to me, and that's a. How long do you think, or how big do you think the world's largest airplane is? No, not airplane. Paper airplane.
Probably as big as one of our fighter jets.
65-foot wingspan. Let me show you. It's 65. Who has that kind of time to do a giant? There it is. This is a paper airplane. I mean, what kind of paper are they using anyway? They got to be using more than just paper. There's got to be some kind of support in there somewhere. But yeah, there it is. Right there it is. We don't need these big fighter jets. We'll just send our paper airplanes. Imagine what they would cost to build. They would be a lot better. Just crazy stuff. Now, this is kind of neat. In groundbreaking first, humanoid robots perform surgery. How about that? I mean, we kind of got that, in a way, because, you know, you think about when they put on those special glasses and stuff, and they're working on, like, microsurgery, but and the computer is doing it, but that's a person doing it. This is a robot doing it all. That's kind of cool. I mean, I'd believe that. I think that they're going to be more apt to do it right. I mean, because they precision. I don't know.
I think so. I think it's the coming thing.
Yeah, I think it only makes sense. How about the cost of stamps?
Boy, they keep going up, don't they? What is the price now?
U.S. Postal Service raised the cost of forever stamps by 4 cents yesterday. Well, whenever it was, up to 78 cent, up from 78 cents to 82 cents a piece. But they're still saying they're going to lose money. This comes after the USPS recorded a $9 billion loss in 2025. $9 billion loss. How can we lose $9 billion? But they are. And it says first class stamps would need to, the Postmaster General said, told Congress, first class stamps will need to be 90 to 95 cents to stabilize the USPS. Future hikes could come as often as twice a year through 2028, though none have been announced to date. The Postal Service has been blamed on declining mail volume. That I believe. I don't get very much mail anymore, so I believe that's true. And you got to think when it comes to packages, they used to be the cheapest way, but they were very inconsistent. So you didn't want to send your stuff that way. But lately, over the past 10, 12 years, they've been more consistent with deliveries. So who knows? It may actually work out, but they're going to have to figure out a way to. I mean, most people will send it UPS, FedEx, whatever, DHL, but the U.S. mail has been better over the past 10, 12 years. The first live action Moana, it was projected to make $43 million, but they were below expectations, but on par with Snow White for 2025. I don't know if you saw the commercials for this, but The Rock looks huge. He looks big. I don't know. He must have been steroiding this thing up, but because for him to be live action, all that stuff. But he actually went to one of the premieres, which I hope the picture was there, but I didn't see that. Yeah, I see her, but I don't see him. But he looked really, really big. He looked like he was roiding up. So, Michael becomes the first Lionsgate movie to cross the $1 billion box office. It's about Michael Jackson. And it's actually, I think his nephew played him. So the guy looked like him. He looked a lot like him. So, yeah, that was kind of cool. Floodwaters trap 202 kids. Blackhawks rush in.
Yep, almost another catastrophe at a camp.
Yeah. Jeez. It says dramatic helicopter rescue operation. Army National Guard Black Hawk helicopters executed high-stakes airlift. Operation Friday in Reynolds County, Missouri, rescuing 202 young campers and staff members trapped there by rising waters at Camp Tom Sauk along the Black River in Missouri Ozarks. That's crazy. That's like I just can't imagine like letting my kids go to one of those because you just don't know what you're getting when you because you don't. I mean, it's weird to think that you would even have to think about that, but it's happened enough times that we have to think about it now. So now we don't have to worry about predators as much as we have to worry about rising water. So I don't know. The father for John Bonet Ramsey, or what was her name?
John
Benet. What's her last name? Was it Ramsey?
Ramsey.
Okay, so the father's pushing for this new DNA test in the case. Now you realize that she would have been about 32 about now. So he's been fighting this for 32 years, or whatever it was. Colorado DNA analyst guilty plea in multiple felonies is forcing renewed attention on an unsolved case, and that happens to be the John Benet Ramsey case, as her father intensifies his demand for cutting-edge DNA testing, believing they could finally identify his daughter's killer after nearly 3 decades. I think it is 3 decades. I think it was 94, if I'm not mistaken. It says here, Yvonne Missy Woods, a former Colorado Bureau of Investigative Forensic Analysis, pleaded guilty June 23rd to cybercrime, first-degree perjury, attempting to influence a public servant, forgery. Prosecutors consolidated more than 100 original felony charges into 4 convictions after Woods admitted to altering and deleting critical DNA quality control between 2008 and 2023. She faces 8 to 16 years prison for her sentencing is September 8th. So Woods worked at the agency from 94 until 2023, raising questions about that potentially compromised evidence in numerous criminal cases. The scandals prompted reviews of hundreds of investigations that may have involved her analysis. Ramsey evidence is declared unaffected. Both Boulder Police and Boulder County District Attorney's Office confirmed that Woods' criminal conduct did not impact evidence in the John Benet Ramsey investigation. John Ramsey told the news that he already knew Woods had no involvement because independent laboratory Bode Labs in Virginia conducted the earliest DNA testing in 97. Okay, so 97. So it's almost 30 years. Discovering unidentified male DNA in his daughter's underwear. So the question is, at this point, I mean, I guess it matters to him, but how are they going to get DNA from way back then? I don't know.
I don't know, Mike. They find DNA. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know either, so I don't want to speak totally out of turn, but it just really seems unlikely to have an answer. I don't know. I mean, I wish they would get an answer so that it would be put to rest, because I'm sure as the father, he probably thinks about that a lot. It's sad. All right, we're getting near the end of time, so I've got to pick my stories special here. Okay, let's go back up. I want to end with something good. Oh, that must have been what you were talking about. Federal Communications Commissions. No, that's not it. Okay, how about this one? This was good. World Santa Congress begins Christmas year to the height of the summer. I didn't even know there was a World Santa Congress. But apparently there is. And we have tons of Santas as soon as it comes up. So there's like a Santa convention in Denmark. While Europe still is in the throes of summer heat, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas in Danish city of Aalborg. Dozens of Santas, Mrs. Claus, elves from around the world have descended upon Denmark's 4th largest city of the Nordic nations' annual World Santa Claus Congress, a colorful midsummer tradition of decades. First staged at amusement park in Copenhagen in 1957, the Congress moved to Aalborg on Denmark's Jutland Peninsula 2 years ago. This year, the Santa suits looked a little stifling under the Danish summer sun. I wouldn't want to wear that heavy coat. Event marks its 70th anniversary next year. It was created... Oh, come on, don't do this to me. It was created... I hate when it does it in the middle of the article. It was created to entertain children, but became the popular gathering for Santas who appear in stores and shopping malls during the Yuletide season. So see these guys walking around in Santa suits in the middle of summer. Oh man, it's crazy. And do you want to do this financial test? It's like 7 questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I got 6, I'm sorry, it's 8 questions. I got 6 out of 8 correct. So, just to let you know. Yes, I am bragging. All right, here we go.
Gee, that's not like you at all, Mike.
No, I know. I'm usually so nice. Okay, so we're going to take the test here. So you know my score already. Here we go. We're going to take the test. All right, let's get started. Here we go. It's multiple choice. Score 1 point for each question that you get right. Mark's salary has increased over the past 2 years. What would be a plausible reason for this? Why did his salary increase? The number of workers with Mark's skills increased where he lives and works. B, new technology reduced the demand for workers with Mark's skills. C, Mark completed several training courses at a local college. D, don't know. I mean, why would you pick don't know? At least if you guess. Okay. A household budget cannot be used for which of the following? To track household financial assets, to plan for necessary household expenses, to plan for household discretionary spending. Don't know. I mean, you're guaranteed to lose with don't know, I think. To track household financial assets, to plan for necessary household expenses. C, to plan for household discretional spending. C. I think it's, what did I say? Cannot be used for which of the following? I think it's this one. I forget. I know I got this one right. I just don't remember what I said. Okay. Akiko has $1,000 in savings that earns 2% at a rate of return, which over a course of year, a 2% return over the course of a year. The inflation rate during the year is 3%. Which of the following is true? She can afford to buy fewer things at the end of the year. She can afford to buy more things at the end of the year. It's not clear whether she can afford to buy more things or fewer things at the end of the year, or don't know.
A.
All right. I think that's right. All right, next one. Which statement about investing is correct? Investing in a stock of a single company is typically safer than investing in a mutual fund that holds shares of many companies in multiple industries. B, investing in a mutual fund that holds shares of many companies in multiple industries is typically safer than investing in the stock of a single company. C, investing in stock of a single company and investing in a mutual fund that holds shares of many companies in multiple industries are typically equally safe. Or D, don't know. What is it? B? All right. Jose owns $1,000 on a loan and has an interest rate of 20% per year compounded annually. If he makes no payments on the loan at this interest rate, how many years will it take for the amount he owes to double? A, less than 5 years. B, 5 to 10 years. C, more than 10 years. D, don't know.
Five to 10.
Okay. I think it's A, actually. But
Well, it's not. It says less than 5 years. That would mean it have to be 4.
But it's at 20%. That's the thing. Catherine is a single 25-year-old worker who is in good health. What type of insurance coverage is she most likely to need in the near term? A, life insurance. B, disability insurance. C, long-term care insurance. D, don't know. That is, I believe that is correct. I think. I'm pretty sure. Okay, Lottery A pays a prize of $200 and a chance of winning is 5%. Lottery B has a chance of, it pays a prize of $90,000 and a chance of winning is 0.01%. Expected winnings are greater in which lottery?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, that wasn't easy. I don't know if I got that one right or not. I know which one I chose, but I don't know which one I...
A.
I think it's C, but I think they were equal. Because if you look at the 90 at 0.01 and then you look at the 90,000 and the $200 at 5, I don't know. I believe I might be wrong about that. Which of the following appears to be inappropriate investment advice for a respective individual? A stock index fund to a 30-year-old worker saving for retirement. B, a bond fund to a 60-year-old worker for some of her retirement savings. C, a stock fund that invests in a small startup business to a 75-year-old retiree. D, I don't know.
I'm going to say A.
I think that's correct, I believe. I think that's it. Oh, now we'll submit, see what you got. The answer is 4 out of 6, or 4 out of 8. 4 out of 8.
That's not too good.
You did okay. You did it. I got 6 out of 8. It was really only 2 difference. So it says here 3 to 4 were 24% of the people. 5 out of 6 were 24% of the people. So we're both 24%. So that's pretty good. But look as bad. At least we're not 36% of the 0 to 2. So that was good. All right. Well, that's a good way to end the show, I think, to show that neither of us are financial geniuses.
No, we're not. That's why we need advisors.
That's right. That was a good way. So anyway, all right. Well, I guess then we're done. So
Good show, Michael.
thank you for coming on as usual, and I think it was a good show too. I liked what we did, and we'll do it again next week and see if we can
Yeah, we will.
see what we can do.
And I'll see you soon. I'll see you soon in the studio.
Yeah, see you in a couple weeks. So, all right. That's the way it is. All right, we will. I'm gonna see. I forget how to do this now. I can't see the screen. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. See you guys next week, and have a good one. And I'm glad you enjoyed, or hopefully you enjoyed the show. So, that's it.